Want to win $15,000 in new impact windows from Maurice Windows? Pick up your phone and text the word WOW to 20129. That's WOW to 20129.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you've been injured in a car accident, call America's largest injury law firm. For over 35 years, my mission has been to deliver more for our clients, to deliver more for you. Injured? Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Protect your home with Eustace Roofing, where quality meets reliability. Prepare for summer storms and save 10% on new roof installs until July 31st. Visit eustaceroofing.com to schedule your free estimate. Secure your roof today.
This summer, escape to a place where history echoes through the streets, where epic beaches embrace breathtaking sunrises, and days are filled with adventures. From the historic charm of Old St. Augustine to 42 miles of scenic coastline in Ponte Vedra and the beaches, every moment brings a perfect blend of exhilaration and rejuvenation. Start your summer getaway now at floridashistoriccoast.com.
I'm Keith LeClaire, founder and owner of International Diamond Center.
Want to hear a great American dream story? Get Keith LeClaire talking about starting IDC over 40 years ago with a few $100s and some gold chains.
I started this business with 8 gold chains. Now we have inventory valued at well over $200 million and over 500,000 satisfied customers.
Indeed, IDC has earned a stellar reputation in the national jewelry industry, able to attract the finest brands and command the best supplier pricing.
People here trust us because we are the real deal. Best product, fair pricing, ironclad warranties, and no pressure atmosphere.
A big part of that success is staying true to Keith's core values: integrity, honesty, transparency, and a genuine, unwavering commitment to customer care.
Part of the blessing of being in this business is we get to share in these happy points of other people's lives. My job is to continue to protect you today, tomorrow, and God willing, 3 generations down.
International Diamond Center, Altamont Springs, Mall of Millennia, and Waterford Lakes.
This earful of Rail Radio is sponsored by RC Hill Mitsubishi, Highway 1792 in DeLand.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Broadcasting live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Need help after an accident? Just call Mo. Learn more at JustCallMo.com or call 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando, an iHeart radio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeart Radio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Now is your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Check. C-H-E-C-K. Check. That's check. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm. Good luck.
Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. You are now listening to The Jim Colbert Show on Real Radio 104.1.
That's right, guys. Here we go on a Tuesday edition of the Jim Colbert Show. Thank you so much for tuning in. We appreciate that, as we do every single day. And we do have a stacked-up program for you this afternoon. We'll get you caught up on what's happening in the world. Deb is back. She'll give you JCS News. 4 o'clock hour, it's What You Do That's New. We'll go over Deb's choice today of Johnny Cash, the Code Breaker. Fascinating, by the way. 5 o'clock hour, we'll do trivia. We'll end it up with It's Only Money with our buddy Scott Brown from Edgewater Family Wealth. And you heard it here first. Your calls, texts, and talkbacks all day long, plus 4 opportunities for you to win $1,000. Welcome to the program. I'm Jim. To my left, my lovely, very dangerous co-host, Ms. Deb Roberts.
Hello there.
Straight ahead producer Jack Bradshaw.
Good afternoon.
407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Find us easily on social, Instagram, Facebook at The Jim Colbert Show, on X, just at Jim Colbert Show. All day, every day at JimColbertLive.com. That's where you can check us out on YouTube. Get into our chat. We'll have a question of the day there as well. You can also send us talkbacks if you'd like. Just grab that iHeartRadio app, go to Real Radio, and use that mic to send your comment to Jack while you're there. Please make us your #1 preset. Your 3 o'clock keyword is check, C-H-E-C-K. Go to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. Check, guys. That is your 3 o'clock keyword. Good luck.
And congratulations.
How's that?
Didn't you get the winner from 5 o'clock yesterday?
Yes, we did have a winner yesterday.
Nailed it.
Yeah. Pretty
Way
good.
to go, Jim Colbert.
I like that.
Show.
After a week of dry. Welcome back. Good to see you.
Thank you.
How was your day off? How was your miserable headache?
Well, it's still there.
It's the pressure change, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah, because this low pressure thing that comes over us, everybody, my wife deals with that sometimes, and people out there that have those migraines or those aura headaches or whatever, and then when the pressure changes and a low comes over, it's just brutal sometimes.
It really, really is. Reduced yesterday to blinking, breathing, and walking.
Really?
Yeah.
I've only seen you have one of those in studio, and I think we sent you home that one day, but I remember it looked like
I turn gray.
Yeah.
I do. I get very ashen and my eyes sink in.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
because you're doing anything to avoid the pain.
Well, and the unfortunate part is because with a migraine, which is completely unlike just a regular headache, right? All the neurons in your brain are just firing all over the place. So things like driving, which take concentration, that hurts.
Yeah, light.
Headphones.
Oh, yeah.
Having to strap on sound for hours. Be present. Have a conversation. It just, all of that pulls at you just don't have it.
Yeah, man, it's not good. My wife gets them in. She gets a blind spot in her vision.
Yeah.
What's that called? Are those aura headaches?
Those can be called aura headaches. Usually aura means like there's like an outline of something or you'll see funky colors before. I always thought that people who had aura were at least in some senses luckier than others because that's your first warning salvo that a migraine attack is on its way. Whereas with myself, I don't get aura, so it just hits.
Do you get nauseous?
Yes. Yeah, I used to have to take a prescription medication for that.
Yeah. 407-916-1041. Again, you can always text us at 77031. People are asking where Ross is. We mentioned this yesterday. Ross will not be in on Tuesday or Thursday this week. He was in yesterday and will be in Friday this week because of scheduling issues. Today at a dentist appointment, and you cannot cancel those. We talked about that yesterday.
No, man.
You can't. Here's the thing. I'd love for that to be a joke. There's nothing funny about it because the problem is, in this country, if you get a dentist appointment, you better sit on that like it's Christmas morning. Because if you have to cancel that for any reason whatsoever and you have to go to the back of the line. I got this illustrated to me about a year and a half ago. I remember I called the dentist that I've been going to for literally 10 plus years. My entire family. It's the only dentist my kids knew.
Oh, wow.
Growing up. And I was like, look, man, I can't make this cleaning. Can you give me the next availability? And it was like maybe February, something like that. And the next availability was August of that year. So 6.5 months or whatever it was away for a cleaning. Now, if you had a tooth problem, you could go in there tomorrow and get a seat.
Right, exactly.
But for that standard cleaning thing, and I guess that's because of the insurance that we have, you get one free cleaning a year, and they ain't handing those out in prime time.
2, baby. You get 2 a year.
2 a year. They're definitely not handing those out in prime time, Jackson.
No.
You're not getting that. You're not getting that prime 8 o'clock appointment with the old free cleaning.
Well, didn't Ross even say this appointment's been on the books for like 4 months?
Oh yeah. You cannot break it. I mean, look, for any doctor's appointment, just for a checkup with my general doctor, if I make that thing, I don't care what happens. You got to make it.
You got to go.
If not, you're not getting back in. Bunch of stuff happening out there. Today's the birthday of AA.
Really?
Yeah, Alcoholics Anonymous was founded on this day. Friends of Bill, right?
90-something. Yeah, Friend of Bill. Was it late 20s?
Yeah, something like that, yeah. And you go on a cruise ship and you look through the notes and you say Friends of Bill in there. They have AA meetings on cruise ships for people.
That means.
Friends of Bill.
Yeah, Friends
How did
of Bill.
that start?
Well, Bill was one of the names of the guys who started
Bill
it.
W.
But that way it's advertising for Alcoholics Anonymous.
Right.
On a cruise ship a week ago, you would not have known what that is.
Between that and pineapples, I would be lost on a cruise.
You wouldn't have any fun.
Yeah.
We know that.
It depends on which party you wander into.
Yeah. So if you see that Friends of Bill thing, don't wander up there with your margarita and stare through the window.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Oh, no.
Yeah, don't do that.
You guys get the drink package?
Yeah.
Shooters.
Don't press ass against the window with your all-you-can-drink package there. Don't do that. Yeah, for sure. Not good.
Save that for the pineapples.
Yeah. And then this Epstein files thing will not go away.
Oh my gosh!
It's getting better every day, and by better I mean worse, but / better every day. I mean the reading is fun, and watching guys like Charlie Kirk and all these other guys snap into place because the rumor is that there have been some phone calls going out,
yes.
some outgoing phone calls from the White House to all these, all the right wing, super right wing conservative.
Fox News, Charlie Kirk.
Yeah, and they're like the morning show, I guess, fell in line today, and they're like, well, we're not talking about that anymore until there's some substantial evidence. And then today, Republicans actually voted down with the exception of Ralph Norman, I think Oklahoma voted down the ability to add an amendment to force a vote on releasing the files, and they said no.
Didn't Ghislaine Maxwell come out and say, "Hey, I'll go before Congress"?
Yeah, I think
there
was something like that.
No, we don't need you to.
Because I think her case is going in front of the Supreme Court. Because I guess one of the arguments she appealed her conviction, and one of the arguments is coming out now, and all this conspiratorial talk is, if they so if you traffic girls to one person, that's still trafficking, right?
Sure.
Or does it have to be trafficked to more than one person?
It does not.
One of the things that's kind of odd about the trafficking thing in the context of there being multiple people on this list, and I do list in air quotes for the island or whatever, is the fact that the idea that Ghislaine Maxwell, or however you say her name, I've heard it mentioned. It's like every spelling of the word Caitlin. That's how many pronunciations there are of Ghislaine. But she trafficked all of these young ladies just for Jeffrey. That would have to be the case, right? Theoretically,
that was the belief.
Theoretically,
she was charged with finding young girls because it would be easier for her to approach young ladies and gain their trust than if Epstein did it himself.
Sure, and then of course once they're on the island, the massage thing begins, and
then it's the money. You're so beautiful.
That slides right in, and of course the girls were also paid to recruit other girls, which is even more insidious and never gets spoken about. Which is one of the most crazy things. Like in all of this guy also was so demented. He was paying 13, 14, 15-year-old girls to go out and find their friends to bring them over and then get paid for that. So he was sending out the girls he was abusing to find other friends of theirs to also abuse. And all this was just for one person. That's what's happening. So that's how you have to think of it, right? So Ghislaine Maxwell, for years, I mean, what we know is at least like a decade or so, maybe more.
Yeah.
Trafficked young ladies to an island, at least one place that we know, possibly his New York brownstone as well.
That's actually the first place where I heard about it, because she would recruit young girls that they'd seen in New York City to come to his apartment and give him a massage.
Right, exactly.
And it would just start with a massage. There'd be nothing nefarious then, but then the grooming process would begin, right?
Right,
and they'd welcome them back, and then the gifts would increase in value, and so
we're to believe that all of these girls that she trafficked over all of these years, she's spending 20 years in prison. By the way, you know she's in Tallahassee, right?
Yeah.
She's in the state of Florida.
That's right.
All these years were for one person, one guy.
Well, the accusation is that...
But that's the interesting thing about it, right? So for 10 years, she basically every other week, it seems, found young ladies to bring to Jeffrey Epstein. And all these years, with the exception of what we know with Prince Andrew,
right?
Because he's been shamed and basically excommunicated from the royal family. With the exception of that, I mean, that's what we're to believe, that she trafficked for 10 years young ladies, and they had encounters with one person, maybe two with Prince Andrew. That's the only other person that's been said, right?
Correct.
Yeah. Completely possible, right?
Sure.
Yeah. But it is hush hush. I guess Trump was about to hop on a plane or somewhere today and was being questioned and asked about it again and again. It starts to refute it. Turns it over to the Justice Department. People believe that Pam Bondi is going to be the sacrificial lamb in this scenario, but I don't see a win there. Why?
I don't.
It doesn't matter because they've both said. I think Trump and other ranking Republicans outside of Pam Bondi have said that there's a list. I mean, Alan Dershowitz basically made a video the other day saying not only did he know there was a list, he knew it was on it, and he knew why they weren't talking about it. That's not the best thing you want, right?
Right.
I mean, a supporter, that guy that put it all on the line for you through 2 campaigns, saying definitively that he knows. And he's an attorney, but he said, no client privilege allows me to say who it is. But he says, not only is there a list, I know who's on it, and I know what they did, and I know why they're on it.
Wow, that's pretty damning. The Elon Musk has referenced this list.
Yeah.
And who was on it before he apologized.
There's a guy out there today said that he's seen Polaroids from the island that are very incriminating to Epstein and Trump and other people as well. Now, I mean, again, you don't know how much of this is true because I think, that now that this thing is rolled out, you're going to see all the people who want to cash in off of it, whether it be interview fees, whatever the case may be, they're going to be coming out.
Well, according to the president, what I saw earlier today was that the list is a product of Obama and Comey. and Biden.
Yeah, and Obama, Comey, Biden, and there was somebody else in there as well. He said that today.
Hillary.
Actually,
Got to be Hillary.
Well, it's Hillary.
It's her emails.
Yeah. He said that today. That was in that same press conference where he was asked. He actually even credited. He tried to throw this off on the fellow ranking Democrats from back in the day. I find it pretty amazing, man. This is some amazing stuff happening. Simply amazing. And the cool thing is the media machine isn't going to stop. This is the only crease Democrats have had to exploit with Republicans. It's gotten any foot grab for a while now. So you can expect this to be continuing on and on and on until something happens. I don't know what they're going to do to solve this, but it's not going to go away. They're going to get asked every single time. And congressmen are getting it as well. So it's going to be very interesting over the next few weeks. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. WDF News.
Flooding takes a toll on parts of New York City and New Jersey. Meanwhile, we have a flood watch here in Central Florida, just in case you didn't notice. And Beyonce's Cowboy Carter tour got themselves a stampede.
Nice.
We'll talk about that and more coming up next during JCS News.
You got it, 77031. That's how you text us. Check is your 3 o'clock keyword. That's CHECK. Go to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. Back in a sec with Deb's News and more of The Jim Colbert Show.
Real Radio is
The Monsters in the Morning.
So what you're saying is I'm the Taylor Sheraton.
No, you're more like a Bob Marriott.
The Monsters in the Morning.
Real Radio 104.1.
Traffic slowing down due to an accident on the ramp from I-4 westbound to Florida's Turnpike. It's going to be your typical slowdowns on I-4 through that amusement park area. The left lane's blocked on Orlando Avenue southbound at Lake of Woods Boulevard. Keep an eye out for an accident on the beach line westbound before International Drive off to the shoulder there. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Compassion International.
Every day, a child in poverty waits for a sponsor is another day of hopelessness. There are thousands of kids who've been waiting over a year. End their wait. Sponsor a child with compassion today. Just text the word radio to 83393.
Man, everybody knows real estate market trends are a very local thing. Market conditions and trends will vary greatly from one area to another. It's super important to pay attention to that and not national headlines that tell you that the housing market is softening. It may be across the nation, but it is not here in Central Florida. Central Florida is still selling for record prices here. And if you have a home and you want to move it, you got to go with the Nickley Group. Here's why. Nobody will get more for that biggest asset in your family or house than Nickley Group. These guys are awesome at this. They actually get about 6% more on average than their competitors for their listings, and they sell those homes about twice as fast. And that's pretty darn good, right? That's a good way to look at selling real estate, is to get it out there pretty quick and get more money for it. And if you're buying a home, man, the Nickley Group does have you covered. They can check all the boxes of everything that you could possibly want from a home here in Central Florida. Multiple choices. Yes, you will have one realtor, but you will have a team of realtors behind that one, getting that person all the pertinent information they need to make sure you get everything you want from the Nickley Group. Number one real estate team in Central Florida, 4,000 5-star reviews on Google, 4,500 plus homes sold, and their VIP program is pretty cool as well. Free appraisals, free home warranties, free moving trucks and supplies, and they even have an early access program that gets you into off-market properties before they hit the market. It's the NickleyGroup.com. That's NICKLEY Group.com.
It's warm outside, but sizzling inside BJ's Wholesale Club with red-hot summer savings. Get scorching weekly deals like cherries for $1.99 a pound and $1 off green grapes and corn with a digital coupon now through July 21st. Not hot enough? Get up to 25% off grocery store prices, plus same-day delivery and curbside pickup. Crank the AC and we'll bring it to you. Then fill up with everyday low prices at BJ's Gas. Not a member? Join now for hot savings every day. BJ's, absurdly simple savings.
Carl Black GMC wants to send you and a friend to Nashville for a summer getaway and tickets to see Teddy Swims on Thursday, August 21st in Nashville. Log on to carlblack.com/getaway for your chance to win 2 lawn seats to experience the soul-drenched sound of Teddy Swims at Ascend Amphitheater in Nashville. Round-trip airfare and 2 nights deluxe hotel accommodations at the Omni Hotel Nashville are included. Carl Black GMC will also put $200 spending cash in your pocket. Log on to carlblack.com/getaway for your chance to grab a pair of lawn seat tickets to see Teddy Swims in Nashville. Plus, spending cash, round-trip airfare, and deluxe hotel accommodations. Carl Black Chevy Buick GMC Orlando, 11500 East Colonial Drive, and online at carlblackorlando.com. GMC, we are professional grade.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by Tools Ace Hardware.
Fence Outlet customer Sarah shares.
We decided to go with Fence Outlet after receiving several referrals from our neighbors. They've been in business for over 30 years, so we trusted that they would do a great job, and they did.
Go to fenceoutlet.com to book your free estimate. License number C10252 and C10803.
I'm Mark Anajar. I'm Glenn Levine.
I'm Ellie Anajar.
And we're Anajar and Levine. Experience the Anajar and Levine difference by calling us with any of your legal needs. Call 1-800-747-FREE for a free consultation and take back control of your life.
In Office Orlando. A golf instructor who knows technique can improve an aspiring pro swing. But one who really cares can help transform a career.
There he is, your new champion.
When you team up with someone who knows a lot and cares even more, you're unstoppable. At Truist, we believe the same is true for banking. Truist, leaders in banking, unwavering in care. Truist Bank, member FDIC, leading based on top 10 U.S. commercial bank.
Hey, fellas, Russ Rollins here. Man, I feel so much better now that I got my testosterone all under control thanks to Red Mountain Weight Loss. Listen, if you have, low T, you can start for free now with Red Mountain Weight Loss. For a limited time, they're going to waive the startup fee. How cool is that? Listen, you'll gain muscle, lose fat, and lose that dad bod with testosterone from Red Mountain Weight Loss. Guys, real testosterone is available only by prescription, so go to Red Mountain Weight Loss to get yours. If you feel sluggish, if you lose focus all the time, if you have trouble in the bedroom, you probably have low T. Truth is, men today have 20% less testosterone than their dads did. That's terrible. Listen, they can help you with that. Increase your testosterone, have more energy, build muscle mass, and you're going to sleep a whole lot better. It improves your mental focus, also will improve your sex drive. That's a game changer. It really is. Save $200 for a limited time and start your testosterone therapy with no startup fee only at Red Mountain Weight Loss. Go to redmountainweightloss.com or hit pound 250 from your cell phone and say the keyword Red Mountain.
Get into summer with iHeart 80s. Rewind to a decade in music that defined a generation. From Madonna to Michael and more. iHeart 80s goes commercial free this weekend and every weekend. Open the free iHeart app, search iHeart 80s, and make it your next preset.
iHeart Radio. You worked hard for your 401k, but if you've left your job, your money might be sitting in the wrong hands. I'm Jeff Jr. with Trajan Wealth, and it's very possible that the 401k that you have had for years has hidden fees and limited investment choices. But if you're no longer with the company, that 401k may be at the mercy of your former employer. All of these things could be costing you thousands. Rolling over your 401k into an IRA can provide better investment options that align with your long-term goals. At Trajan Wealth, we're fiduciary advisors that are held to a higher standard with no hidden agenda and no hidden fees. Don't let your retirement dollars sit in an old plan, and don't roll it over to your new plan without consulting Trajan Wealth first. Call Trajan Wealth today at 407-213-0000, 407-213-0000.
Advisory services are offered through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor.
This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell. Divorce is complicated, especially when a professional practice or a small business is involved and, of course, on the line. At Cordell & Cordell, we know the years of work that you've invested and what's at stake. For over 35 years, we've helped guide doctors, lawyers, and business owners through the complex process to protect their businesses that they've spent their lives building. Call Cordell & Cordell today, because your business is more than a job, it's your legacy.
Orlando, Florida. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois. CordellCordell.com.
Some things can steal your sunshine. Ugh, I just got my hair done.
Sorry, the cooler's broken. Anyone see my flip-flops? Anyone?
But COVID-19 can steal a lot more.
I just took a COVID test. Ugh.
Prescription medications for COVID exist. If you test positive this summer, ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com/COVID-19 to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Most impact windows from Reese Windows and Doors are installed in just 6 to 8 weeks. Visit ReeseWindows.com.
Listening to the Jim Colbert Show.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. Check is your 3 o'clock keyword. That's CHECK. Go to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. Want to send a talk back? You can do that, guys. Grab the iHeartRadio app, go to Real Radio, and use that mic to send your comment over to Jack. We'll get you on the air in no time. Superstardom is right around the corner.
Superstar.
Welcome back. I'm Jim. Jack is right over there. Let's get some news. Here's Deb.
It's time for JCS News.
All right. Wow. Does this guy got to put his name on everything?
It's in my contract, dude.
Here's the news on the Jim Colbert Show.
And JCS News is brought to you by that mortgage guy, Don. All right. From your neck of the woods, Jack.
Yeah.
At least it's amazing to see the video, right? We're just, processing everything that happened in the hill country out in Texas.
Sure, yeah.
And then this. At least 2 people have died, and it's being blamed on flash flooding after heavy rain along the East Coast. 2 people in New Jersey were killed after their car was swept away by high waters. If you haven't seen any of the video yet and you're watching us on our YouTube channel, just go to the Jim Colbert Show. Find the link there. Jack has the video up of what just some of the scenes from the East Coast look like.
Wow.
That same storm system sent floodwaters rushing through New York subway stations yesterday, disrupting mass transit. I guess there were announcements to swim to the next exit.
Which is insanity.
Yeah, with all that electricity, sure.
Completely insane, man.
Now, scattered storms are likely to impact parts of the region again today. Meanwhile, in Texas, unfortunately, rain is hampering recovery efforts in the flood-ravaged hill country where at least 130 people died in July 4th weekend floods and scores remain missing.
Yeah.
Orlando is bracing for heavy rain as a weather system moves through Florida. According to the National Hurricane Center, Invest 93L could develop into a tropical system. Slow-moving storms are producing 1 to 3 inches of rain per hour today, and that means a flood watch has been issued for nearly all of Central Florida. Heavy rain is also expected along the Gulf Coast from Alabama to Louisiana throughout the week. Now, speaking of that system, the National Hurricane Center in Miami is keeping tabs on Invest 93L, which could develop into a tropical depression as it moves into the northeastern Gulf by tomorrow. Forecasters say it remains disorganized, but do give it a 40% chance of development over the next week. That's up 10% from yesterday.
Yeah.
If the system becomes a named storm, it's going to be a real killer.
Jeffrey.
It's the D storm.
Deborah.
Thank you, Jack. I love that. Dexter.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, that's all we need, right? That's all we need. All right, we're number 1.
Yeah.
Florida is set to carry out its 8th execution of the year today if Michael Bell, who murdered 2 people in a revenge killing in 1993, thought one of the victims was his brother's killer.
Oh, thought is a bad word there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, thought is not the word you want there.
Because he's set to be put to death as scheduled, and it would mark a 10-year high for executions in the U.S. Bell would be the 26th inmate executed in the country this year, the most since 2015 when there were 28. Now, after Bell, another 9 executions are scheduled for this year.
Damn.
That's still less, though, than the 98 people put to death back in 1999. Speaking of death row, this next story breaks my heart, but a convicted killer is dealing with a setback in his attempt to spare his life. Orange Osceola State Attorney Monique Worrell announced yesterday Tommy Ziegler will remain on death row.
Wow.
He killed his wife and others in Winter Garden in a Winter Garden furniture store almost 50 years ago. Now, Ziegler has argued for years that DNA evidence should be enough to free him from death row. Just test it. It's going to show that I wasn't the perpetrator. Well, Worrell, though, disagreed after reviewing testing done on blood on Ziegler's clothing the night of the murders. The Tampa Bay Times reports a judge could decide to hold a hearing to discuss the evidence.
Wow, there you go.
So
what an interesting case. This thing's been going on forever, man.
Forever.
Yeah.
It kind of makes you wonder, all right, well, he really believed the DNA was going to exonerate him. Was the DNA too degraded?
Right.
Well,
I
don't know.
Interesting.
All right. A deal to sell the Tampa Bay Rays appears to be moving forward, with The Athletic reporting an agreement in principle between current owner Stu Sternberg and a group led by Jacksonville developer Patrick Zapolsky.
Both names feel like they come from Family Guy.
Yeah, they do. And should only have to be said once.
Right.
Stu Sternberg, I like that one.
Yeah, what were their names, Deb?
Stu Sternberg and Patrick Zapolsky.
Okay, now you said them twice.
I knew. P.A. McGee. The $1.7 billion sale could close as soon as September and includes plans to keep the team in the Tampa Bay area with a preference for Tampa over St. Petersburg. Tampa Mayor Jane Castor says she's hearing that the team will stay put.
I haven't gotten the official word, but from all indications, it looks like the Rays are going to stay in Tampa Bay, which has all along been our goal.
Now, Sternberg.
Weird. They're not in Tampa Bay.
I know.
They're in St. Pete.
Right.
You want them in Tampa. You don't want them in the Bay. So...
And it's so funny that she doesn't know as the mayor, because they're going to be leaning on public money to be able to build a stadium.
Well, I guess they haven't made that request yet. Well, he's buying the team first. But
Exactly. Isn't that a way, though, of kind of saying it's not Tampa, but Tampa Bay kind of touches that St. Pete? It's kind of like saying in the area.
Right.
In the vicinity.
Yeah, we're Tampa adjacent.
Put it on this side and put the damn bright line and get us right to the game.
Run it to the dugout.
Well, I know they Brightline has renewed talks about doing that Tampa leg, because what they've discovered is that Tampa people don't like coming to Orlando, and Orlando people don't like going to Tampa, and it's all because of I-4.
100%. I avoid it. I'm doing it Saturday, but I am leaving an extra hour early just to accommodate for the unknown mess that I-4 tends to be.
And they say, Tampa families would love to take the Bright Line to come to the theme parks, Disney World or Universal. They just don't want to have to drive I-4. And who do you know that wouldn't love to go see a Major League Baseball game? You just don't want to have to park 5 miles away from the stadium and Uber there.
I had to go to Orlando World Marriott Center this weekend for Taste, right, which is not far from the parks and stuff. It rerouted me an extra 20 minutes in my drive to avoid I-4 at 4:15 in the afternoon. At 4:15 in the afternoon, it was rerouting me, and it was still massive traffic anywhere near that place. And with a rainstorm approaching, still completely unmanageable.
Well, I still think that if Brightline thinks they've seen a lot of ridership between Orlando and Miami, get that train running between Tampa and Orlando, and you're really going to see some people riding the train.
Look, the degenerate gamblers alone would keep it alive.
Oh, wow. Boom. Right there.
Right there. You could safely get to the casino and back home and not have to worry about being followed.
And it should be like a station. They should build it where it runs right up next to it, where you literally ramp off into the unit and wherever you're going. The baseball game, the casino, the
Mid-Florida Credit Union Amphitheater.
They can make a loop and have it come right back around.
Any chance they could get this Bright Line running to Tampa by this Saturday?
I like that.
I'm going to the Toto concert.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that's going to be a good time.
A monorail system would be badass. Why not even that?
I don't know, but if you haven't taken Brightline, it's a sweet ride.
All right.
You don't have to worry about it. It's just a sweet ride. Speaking of sports, Florida Attorney General James Uthmeyer says protecting women's sports is his priority. He's warning U.S. Women's Master Swimming, a private association, to not allow any biological men to participate.
This is different in that it's not a school system, but it's still hurting women. So we believe we have the legal authority to shut it down. We hope that they'll work with us amicably, but if they don't, then we'll pursue further legal action.
So first, Uthmeyer is asking U.S. Master Swimming to certify in writing that no men will participate in an upcoming competition. And where do you watch sports, guys? At a bar.
Yes.
And it's good news. Several nightclubs in downtown Orlando could be allowed to reopen.
Nice.
Clubs on Church Street, not that we're going to be there. Central Boulevard and Orange Avenue were closed several months ago. I just feel like I should be babysitting. It's like, oh, you're to put some clothes on.
Cover up, young lady. Cover up.
Yeah.
Sir, hand out of her butt.
Yeah.
Sir.
Yeah. That's a mini.
Mini.
Yeah.
In an effort to crack down on nightlife several months ago is why they were closed, but the city's planning board approved plans to waive a 300-foot distancing rule between establishments.
Okay.
Yeah, they had said, listen, you've got all these bars, and they're all concentrated in this one area, and that ends up, getting all the ne'er-do-wells in that one area. Let's spread it out. But the bars are like, no. So they're now waiting for the city council's approval.
Yeah. Girls with dresses so tight you can tell what they had for dinner.
Right, exactly.
Oh, 2 hot dogs, huh? All right, didn't chew much. I can see that.
2 hot dogs.
She's a 2 hot dog kind of girl, Jack. You never met one? You never met a girl who likes 2 hot dogs, Jack?
Only on the 4th of July.
Good save, Jack. All right. A city in Orange County is moving forward with plans to replace a building that's been part of the community for over 100 years. This is a story we've been following, but it's been a while since we've gotten the update about the Maitland City Library. So the Maitland City Council voted yesterday to build a new public library. The current library was built in 1907, but Director Stacy Larson says it really doesn't meet their needs anymore. Weren't you guys talking about how it's small and the internet and stuff?
Well, I've heard that. I've seen the rendering for this. It looks great. Here's the deal. I've been working here in Maitland for 28 years. I don't know where downtown Maitland is. I honestly don't. I couldn't find it.
It's a crossroads of a Horatio in 1792. That's exactly where it is. Where the the McDonald's is, that's downtown Maitland. That area there they've created where that new Starbucks is and that Greek restaurant that used to be that other terrible restaurant.
Yeah.
That little area, that's downtown Maitland. That's it. That's Maitland. That's downtown Maitland.
Hey.
Yeah.
Now you
I've
know.
been there.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
The new library is going to cover.
They got a nice shoe store down there.
New library is going to cover 20,000 square feet, and Larson says it's going to bring new life to the downtown.
Where's this thing going to be at 20,000 square feet?
20,000 square feet. Construction is expected to start in April.
All of that downtown you mentioned.
That's Maitland. Maitland is 20,000 square feet.
They had that, like the city council and the mayor and stuff. I'm like, I think we could do that. We could take over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We could be the Maitland mayor.
You don't want to. Construction is expected to start in April. Now, as for the current library, good news there. It's not going to be going anywhere. Larson tells Wesh 2 it's thrilling. They're going to repurpose the building so it can continue to serve the community.
It is a really cool building, but you can tell it's very old. And that whole area that's down there by Lake Lily, I think the lake is, is really a that little center they have on Lake Lily is absolutely awesome and would be really cool for an event. The problem is there is zero parking.
Yeah, my hairstylist is there. Tell me about it.
It would be legit tougher to park there than it would be in Mount Dora because you would be walking blocks to get there. That's the only problem.
That's saying something.
The parking, it only has enough parking for probably 25 cars.
All right, well, not only that, here's another follow-up to another big local story. Some Orange County residents hope their problems with their utility provider could soon come to an end. The county commission is meeting today to discuss buying the Plurus Wedgefield water and wastewater system.
Really?
Yeah, it serves the Wedgefield area, but residents have complained about it for years. We just talked about how they need like $63 million to fix it. They were given $7.5 million from the state before the governor just vetoed that $7 million. So the Wedgefield Homeowners Association first asked the county to take over Plurus almost a decade ago. The county and Plurus have been in talks for over a year. The commission could vote today to continue those talks or move in another direction. Either way, it seems like residents are done with Plurus. One woman tells Channel 9 the water smells like sewage, and she doesn't want to drink in it. If you've seen any local news reports, they usually don't even give it to their pets.
Yeah.
Because it smells so bad. And what goes in must come back. Florida health officials say 4 people have died this year from a rare flesh-eating bacteria found in warm seawater and raw seafood. That bacteria, called Vibrio vulnificus. Oh, go ahead, Jack. Vibrio vulnificus. That's a new one.
A little too quick to that buzzer because that's a tough word. You should give her at least 2 tries before you buzz her on something like that. Any scientific term, I believe, deserves a couple tries.
Well, especially when it starts with a VUL.
Right, yeah.
As a female, I get a little nervous.
And most Russian last names.
Enough with your bacteria story. What happened to my buzzer?
I thought you changed it. Oh, that's a terrible buzzer, Jack. Who did that?
I don't know.
Oh, that's an investigation.
I have this one, but this one is different.
We'll figure that out, then the Epstein files.
Right, exactly.
Yeah,
Well,
one
Vibrio
mystery first.
vulnificus can cause severe infections if it enters the body through open wounds or is ingested in undercooked shellfish. We've talked about people who've gone into the ocean with just a nick on their ankle.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
it
that's it.
doesn't take a lot. So far, 11 cases have been reported in 2025 with deaths in Bay County, Broward, Hillsborough, and St. Johns counties up there by St. Augustine.
Yeah.
Last year, the Tampa Bay area saw a spike in cases following Hurricane Helene. There were 82 infections and 19 deaths statewide. Cases are uncommon, but the problem is they turn deadly quickly if they're not treated early.
Yeah, remember the last one we remember was the guy loading his jet ski out. He
Right.
slipped on the
rocks.
on the rocks at the boat ramp. It cut his foot just a little bit. That's it.
He was gone 3 days
3
later?
days later, dunzo.
Because he didn't,
Because you don't know what it is. I mean, it mimics other things like severe fever and things like that. So you don't know what it is, and then But the cool thing. The thing with him though is that the point of the scratch started swelling mightily. So obviously it was easy to tell.
And he died.
He did die. Yes.
Yeah, he did.
I don't think the live rate is real solid with that thing, man.
Not once it gets really in there, past the point of no return.
Yeah, Neosporin's not going to do it.
All right, a choreographer traveling with Beyonce's Cowboy Carter tour made a 911 call a week ago after discovering that someone had broken into his parked SUV. It happened in the Inman Park neighborhood of Atlanta, and he said the thief took his laptop and hard drives. No big deal, though. They just contained unreleased music from the superstar singer.
They have my computers, and it's really, really important information in there. Like, I work with someone who's, of a high status, and I really need my computer and everything.
Christopher Grant reported the alleged incident on July 8th, 2 days before the first of 4 shows at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. According to Atlanta police, surveillance cameras captured the break-in, and an investigation is underway. Yeah, it turned out the Find My Apple AirPods is really what busted this dude.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How funny.
Yeah.
So they got it back?
They don't know exactly what, if anything, may have been taken, but he was on surveillance breaking into the vehicle, and because they had some Apple products in that Jeep they rented, they were able to use the Find My and unreleased music and concert plan. I mean, it was everything was in this Jeep.
Yeah, there was an APB out for somebody bopping their head to the worst country music in the history of country music.
Speaking of that, bopping their head, several Beyonce fans recovering after a passenger train caused a stampede. Well, she does call herself Cowboy Carter.
Yeah, sure.
Right?
Yeah.
So 9 people were injured after her concert at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. The incident was triggered by a person screaming and running, which then caused a stampede on an escalator that suddenly sped up and then stopped. 8 people were taken to the hospital, with 7 sustaining cuts and scrapes and 1 having a broken ankle.
Mm-hmm. I've seen the power of that screaming and yelling thing in downtown New Orleans. Somebody freaked out because they thought somebody pulled a gun out during a party, and then people just started running. And the next thing you know, I had to pin my wife and our friend up against a wall to keep from literally trampled.
Well, you remember that scene from Orlando.
Yeah, they just freak out. They just start running.
Yeah.
And when people start running, they all just start running in a group.
As Tommy Lee Jones, I believe, said in the documentary Men in Black, people are dumb, stupid, panicky animals, and you know that better than most.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Sabrina was at that Beyonce concert.
Was she really?
She was.
That one last night in Atlanta?
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Oh, not last night. She was off Friday to go to it. Maybe she did more than one night.
She may have. She's the biggest Beyonce fan I know of.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And I wonder if she had the flying car, the one that kind of...
Oh, that stopped midair? With Beyonce going, stop, stop, stop.
Oh, yeah, that thing that tilted sideways. That thing went, oh, man, sketchy. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you don't want her falling on you.
No, you don't. That concludes
that ass.
Speak for yourself.
Your JCS News.
She a 2 hot dog girl?
Don't look at me.
Dose dogs? Is she a dose dog girl?
Dose dog girl. Show title.
All right.
That concludes your JCS News.
Dose dog.
I like that better.
I do like that a lot better.
I like that way better.
Dose dog.
I'm channeling that little that Dr. Pepper guy.
Yeah. Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
You know who that is, right? That's like Justin Guarini or whatever from
American Idol.
All right, check is your 3 o'clock keyword. That's CHECK. Get over to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. Back in 1 sec with more of the Jim Colbert Show.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Brooks Garner with your Fox 35 Central Florida forecast, and here is your midday update. Obviously, a lot of rain around the region. You know, it's so heavy in spots as this area of low pressure with tropical energy moves across the state. We could see upwards of 6 to 8 inches in spots, resulting in spotty flash flooding. High temperatures today reaching the mid-80s under the clouds and the rain. Rain will largely end after 4 p.m. Then we'll see a couple of spotty showers around dinner time. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Brooks Garner.
This report is sponsored by Staples.
What up, Mario Lopez here, and you know I love me a throwback like the Staples Easy button. It's back and bringing more easy than ever. Custom prints, shipping services, even passport photos. Plus, next day delivery to over 98% of the U.S. Yeah, Staples, that was easy.
Guys, check it out. Tools Ace Hardware now carrying Steel zero-turn mowers. That's right, man. You know, Steel already recognized as one of the top brands in outdoor power equipment. Now, these guys are offering the best in zero-turn mowers. From homeowner to professional, Steel has the perfect zero-turn mower for you and your landscaping needs. Not to mention, you can get 0% financing and instant rebates on select Steel mowers. And don't forget, Tools Ace Hardware has trained techs in their store ready to service and repair all of your Steel equipment. Steel zero-turn mowers now available at all 11 Tools Ace Hardware locations that sell Steel outdoor power equipment. It's Tools Ace, your local helpful place.
Divorce is tough, but you don't have to go at it alone. Imagine building a team not to fight, but to win. 90% of divorce cases settle without a judge. At TK Law, our collaborative approach means you and your spouse work with lawyers, financial professionals, and mental health professionals to resolve issues with dignity and privacy. No court battles, just solutions. To protect your future, contact TK Law. We will help you navigate your divorce so you stay in control. OneFirmForLife.com.
There's still time to enjoy locked-in summer value at Sam's Club. Until July 22nd, prices are held on over 1,000 items. This is the perfect time to join Sam's Club and make the most of summer. So sign up for a membership today at samsclub.com/join.
Hurricane season is here, Orlando. When storms threaten, stay connected with the station you trust. Before, during, and after the storm, Real Radio 104.1 is your lifeline. Get real-time updates, emergency alerts, and the latest from local officials all in one place. Listen live on air or stream us anytime on the iHeartRadio app. Stay safe, stay informed. Eustace Roofing is the official sponsor of iHeart Stormwatch coverage. Eustace Roofing, the real roofers, real craftsmen, real professionals, real experts.
Worried about market losses? If headlines are keeping you up at night, it's time to take control. Hi, I'm Jeff Jr. with Trajan Wealth, and I know you've worked hard to save. But in times like these, what if can turn into what now? If you're planning to retire or are in retirement, you need a strategy that helps protect your future. At Trajan Wealth, you can capture market gains, protect your account from losses, and guarantee income for life. Right now, you could receive a bonus of up to 30% or annual growth of up to 10% for retirement income. You heard me right. An upfront bonus of up to 30% or annual growth of up to 10%, all guaranteed to boost your lifetime income in retirement. Don't leave your future to chance. Plan with confidence. Call Trajan Wealth today at 407-213-0000. 407-213-0000.
Annuity guarantees are based on the claims paying ability of the issuing insurance company, DBA, in most states as Trajan Wealth Insurance Solutions.
Their sound shaped music for generations to come. Toto, live with Christopher Cross and Men at Work. One special night with hit after hit. Saturday, July 19th, Mid-Florida Credit Union Amphitheater. On sale now at Ticketmaster.com. Don't miss Toto live with Christopher Cross and Men at Work.
Add value and security to your property today by contacting Fence Outlet. Now offering customers 0% financing for 12 months on any fence product. Go to fenceoutlet.com today for more details. Terms of financing apply. License number C-10252 and C-10803.
Tired of taking allergy pills
every day to treat your allergies? Aspire Allergy and Sinus has helped thousands, including me, who spent years suffering before finally doing something. Like Erin, whose migraines were alleviated almost immediately after her sinus surgery with Aspire. Or Julie, who didn't even realize it was allergy season because she felt so much better after taking her allergy drops. Fixing your allergies is easier than you think it is. Go to aspireallergy.com to set your appointment today. That's aspireallergy.com.
Mike Rowe here with a quick question. Is your concrete sinking? Whether it's your driveway, sidewalk, or pool deck, those uneven surfaces are not just ugly, they're dangerous. That's where Alpha Foundations comes in, a groundworks company. They use state-of-the-art concrete lifting solutions to prevent tripping hazards. Schedule your free inspection at alphafoundations.com/row. And while you're there, check out my latest dirty job. It's a good one.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
No one wants to leave behind stress for their family. That's why a trust or a will is so important. Without one, your assets might go to the wrong people or leave out loved ones. Also, probate is long, expensive, and often avoidable with a revocable trust. Trustandwill.com makes it simple to create a personalized estate plan. A trust or will provides clarity and peace of mind. Get 20% off on your estate plan documents by visiting trustandwill.com/radio.
Some things can steal your sunshine.
Ugh, I just got my hair done.
Sorry, the cooler's broken.
Anyone see my flip-flops? Anyone?
But COVID-19 can steal a lot more.
I just took a COVID test. Ugh.
Prescription medications for COVID exist. If you test positive this summer, ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com/COVID-19 to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
As a law enforcement officer, safe roads are one of my top priorities, ensuring everyone can get home safely each day. Some never will, due to aggressive driving, being distracted, or speeding on the roads. And too often, that results in the toughest part of my job and the longest walk in my life. I'm so sorry. I have some very sad news to share with you.
9 people will be killed on our Florida roadways today. Don't let it be you or a person you love. Buckle up every trip, every time. Let's get everyone home safely. A message from Florida Department of Transportation, Target Zero. For more information, visit targetzerofl.com.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1, 407-916-1041. Text us, 77031. Your 4 o'clock keyword with about 5 minutes left. 3 o'clock is check, C-H-E-C-K. We will have a fresh one for you at the top of the hour.
Freshy.
That's right. Talkbacks are easy as well. Just grab that iHeartRadio app, go to Real Radio, and use that mic to send your comment over to Jack. I'm Jim. Deb is here.
Hello.
And so is Jack.
Yeah.
We're talking about the mass transit thing. Have you guys seen the idea here in Orlando that's happening that isn't a rail idea or anything? Did you see this?
Are you talking about the loop?
Yeah, the loop on iDrive. Did you hear about this, Jack?
Yep.
Why?
I'm a little suspect.
Why are you suspect?
Digging under the ground in Florida, not real comfortable with that.
You find water at 3 feet.
Rumors.
Look, you want to see what subways look like underwater? Put on the news and watch up New York right now.
Rumors of high-tech loop transit system on International Drive has been picking up speed, sparking buzz around a possible partnership between Universal and Elon Musk's The Boring Company. So I guess they would make a loop that would run from like the iDrive hotel corridor and just go to Universal Studios alone. That's it?
That's it.
God, it's across the street.
Well,
like it's legit across the street.
Isn't that the area where we lead in pedestrian deaths?
Yes,
as well?
it is.
It is. But
Yeah,
I mean,
it is.
you would think a tram or trolley system that could run, like they would build, that would kind of go from the parks over and make a loop to the hotels. It would be more efficient than a loop, than a underground system. Doesn't it?
It seems a bit extensive, for that little bit.
Yeah.
Unless it also went somewhere else. I don't know, but it's basically a tunnel with a bunch of Teslas in it.
Yeah. Is that what it is, really?
Yeah,
I'll be damned.
You ride in a Tesla.
Wow. I thought it was like a train system. I didn't see the Tesla part in this particular story. It just basically said it was a loop system, and I thought it would be like a again.
A Tesla tunnel.
It's a Tesla tunnel. Yeah, exactly. That's what I've seen. And isn't there one already in operation, like in Vegas?
I think it's Vegas.
How much? Okay, so hit me here. I mean, how much more?
Really?
Love to.
How much more could it possibly cost to build like a monorail raised L system than it would to dig under? I mean, can you imagine the infrastructure it would take to do that? It just seems like it'd be easier to build a lifted transportation system that would go to Universal, crossing I-4 more easily, doing all those things, than digging under something. That seems so cumbersome.
All I can think of is all of the happy visitors and residents who are going to love getting around that construction zone.
Yeah, for sure. Not to mention, man, can you imagine?
iDrive is already a nightmare.
Imagine the fit that Disney's going to throw if there's an entire transportation system that circles the most populated area of tourists in Orlando, which is International Drive, and takes them directly to Universal and doesn't have an opportunity to take them down to Disney. But I guess if Universal is paying for it, it's their thing.
I guess so.
If they are, come on, get the Sunrail running, run it to the parks, run it to the airport, get Brightline running. Let's start really investing in mass transit here.
I think eventually you're going to kind of have to. I mean, they've built the road systems almost as well as they possibly can, and it's so funny when they built the 417. I remember in the 429. And for people who don't live around here, those are the extension roads. I-4 goes through Orlando, coming from Daytona, Jacksonville, all the way over to Tampa. So it's kind of across Florida. The other roads that we're talking about come off of that road and circle Orlando, almost kind of like a loop that can take you in other areas, rural areas like where Deb and I live, also out to like Avalon and those areas, out to Oviedo and Sanford.
Which is common around cities now, having
common.
those loop highways.
No question, but the problem is all cities don't have the growth rate that we have here in Orlando. Still, the fastest growing area in the U.S. is Orlando, and as funny as it seems, 417, they built those roads. When you first started driving those roads, there was nobody on them. Because there was nobody living out that far, but they knew what was going to happen. And sure enough, now you drive those roads. Deb and I drive it every single day. And even though it's not too bad at 7 o'clock at night, still traffic, legit traffic at 7 o'clock at night in the most rural areas of Orlando. So eventually, they're going to have something.
We can't stop ourselves from growth.
You can't.
Right? It's because...
Well, I mean, you could, but the commissions are never going to do it.
And that's the problem. They can't stop themselves, so
Right.
you build these roads, and you're easing traffic. You're also enabling more, urban sprawl.
Right.
And that's why now the 429 is another one when they first connected it. Now you see Horizon West.
Sure,
and you see the development of all of these communities. Look what's happening in Mount Dora, Tavares, Leesburg, Claremont, all these developments. Winter Garden is a great example.
What's the new in Winter Garden? What's that new entire complex out there in Winter Garden? It's an entire area now. It's got a new, like Waterford was not even there. Waterford was a dead area you drove by to get to like Eastwood Golf Club in the area out there. It was on the other side of UCF, and now it's one of the busiest shopping networks and areas in the entire city.
And it's great when they can sustain the population that they are attracting. But if they're commuting back and forth, let's say Orlando, I don't know how many people like work in Orlando and live that far out, but these roads make it possible. It's when I first started going to Mount Dora, I would have to, come by the
441.
route, which took me right by the radio station, even if I was coming from my house.
Sure, yeah.
But I did it Saturday night, and I get to go north up into Sanford and get on 417, turns into 429, and I'm there.
Yeah. Well, see, like
They sent you all the way that way?
Yeah.
They didn't just send you...
Yeah, but that thing, it tells you where the traffic is. Our Waze saved our ass the other night going out to the Taste Central Florida because it knew where all the traffic was.
I'm about 10 minutes from like the 429, and then it's straight to what, 453?
415, the 414 to the 429 to the 453 to 46.
So
do we sound like we live in California?
Yeah, so it's Hamlin is the place I'm talking about, right?
Californians.
Hamlin is that new place out in that Winter Garden area. Then you have Waterford Lakes. Then there's Avalon, and then Horizon West,
Baldwin Park,
Stony Brook, Baldwin. So the city is building. I mean, we're about to have this place called Wild Oaks out in Lake County, which is in Sorrento, which is somewhere no one ever would decide to live if they worked in Orlando because it would take you forever to get there. There's no fast way. And of course now, like I've said this before, I can be, from my driveway in Eustis to here, it takes about 7 minutes longer to get here than it would for me to get to Baldwin Park, which is only 8 miles away, as opposed to 26 miles away.
Whenever I'm in New York, I go on that subway. I'm like,
it's the
man,
marvel.
I wish we had a
That
subway.
bus,
I know, I
can I
love
tell
it.
you, the bus system is amazing.
Yeah.
Anyway, 407-916-1041, fresh keyword, and what'd you do that's new next?
Freshy.
Make Real Radio 104.1 number one on your presets on our all-new iHeartRadio app and get cool stuff at Real Radio events. Get the app for free in your app store.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
The left lane's blocked on State Road 408 eastbound at Kirkman Road. There's a crash getting cleared up on Orlando Avenue. Southbound south of Severin Boulevard, the off-ramp's partially blocked. From the Turnpike southbound to Orange Blossom Trail, there's an accident getting cleared up on the ramp from I-4 westbound to Florida's Turnpike. The roadways are getting busy this afternoon. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Rasmussen University.
At Rasmussen University, we offer a full suite of nursing programs from pre-licensure to doctoral, online and on campus. Programs vary by campus.
Hey everybody, Jim Colbert here for my friends over at Eustis Roofing. Check this out, man. These guys have been in business since 1959. That's amazing. If you had a hot dog stand that made it 65 years, I would be impressed. Much less a roofing company in the state of Florida. Simply amazing. One of the main reasons they were the 2021 National Roofing Company of the Year. 4.9 Google rating with over 1,000 reviews. They don't play. Not to mention they have no interest financing. They serve all of Central Florida, and they are metal roofing experts, which means they manufacture that on site so it fits your home perfectly. And they may be able to satisfy your insurance carrier by simply cleaning or rejuvenating your roof, adding years to it. All you got to do is get them on your property for a free estimate. Just visit EustisRoofing.com to schedule your free estimate today. The real roofers, real craftsmen, real professionals, real experts. It's Eustis Roofing.
It's warm outside, but sizzling inside BJ's Wholesale Club with red-hot summer savings. Get scorching weekly deals like cherries for $1.99 a pound and $1 off green grapes and corn with a digital coupon now through July 21st. Not hot enough? Get up to 25% off grocery store prices, plus same-day delivery and curbside pickup. Crank the AC and we'll bring it to you. Then fill up with everyday low prices at BJ's Gas. Not a member? Join now for hot savings every day. BJ's, absurdly simple savings.
Celebrate freedom from those old single-pane windows and that shabby front door with the beautiful designs from Renewal by Andersen. Why? Energy efficiency. It's good to know that Renewal by Andersen's acclaimed windows and doors offer excellent insulation, reducing energy loss and helping to lower your utility bills while maintaining a comfortable indoor temperature year-round, especially during these dog days of summer. Here's what Vincent had to say. Renewal by Andersen did an excellent job. Excellent customer service, excellent attention to detail, excellent follow-up. I highly recommend Renewal by Andersen for all your window and door needs. And right now is a great time to get started. Buy 4 windows or doors and get the 5th free. Plus 0 down, 0 payments, and 0% interest for 18 months. Call Renewal by Andersen today for your free design consultation. It's simple. Dial pound 250 from your cell phone. That's pound 250. Say the keyword best windows and be connected in seconds. You'll have the option to receive a one-time auto-dial text message from iHeartMedia. Official partner of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. License number CGC 1527613.
I'm Ellie Anajar of Anajar & Levine. Injured in a car crash? Never rush to settle with insurance companies and never settle for just any attorney. Demand Anajar & Levine. Our experienced legal team will fight to win you the maximum compensation you deserve. Call me, Ellie Anajar, for a free consultation and take back control of your life. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
In Office Orlando.
The Real Radio Summer of Laughs continues with our third and final night of the Real Radio Comedy Mount Dora Summer Night Series, Saturday, August 23rd, when Sabrina Ambra from the News Junkie takes the stage. Get the details at realradio.fm/comedy.
This is Operation Stormwatch, brought to you by Eustis Roofing, the real roofers, real craftsmen, real professionals, real experts. Storm safety tip: take clear photos of your roof now. It's your best defense when filing insurance claims. Visit EustisRoofing.com to schedule your free storm readiness inspection.
I can the energy
Energy Drink. The official drink of the summer is here. 3 delicious flavors: original, sugar-free, and sugar-free cotton candy. Get yours at iCandyEnergyDrink.com. iCandy Energy Drink.
Guarantee Media is giving away 4 days in Jamaica, Bahamas, or Punta Cana with hotel and airfare included for just $99. If you are one of the 50 listeners who can name a country without a letter A in its name, you'll be off for a 4-day vacation in the Caribbean with hotel and airfare included for only $99. Text your answer to 96551. That's 96551. This promotion is paid for by Guarantee Media to solicit vacation ownership sales, and it's not affiliated with iHeartMedia. Terms and conditions apply.
Rollovers, head-on collisions, hit and runs, you name it, we've litigated it.
And while insurance companies joke about the mayhem that occurs on roadways, we've seen the real effects. Lost lives, catastrophic injury, cars crushed like soda cans. And trust us, there's nothing funny about it.
If you've been in a crash, count on our experienced attorneys to seek full justice and all the money your case is worth.
For a fairer fight, you know who to call. Farah and Farah, Orlando.
Since 2002, Precision Garage Door Service has been proudly serving the Orlando community. Noisy garage door? Get our quiet door deal where you buy a belt drive motor and get free rollers. Worried about the weather? Understood. Get a tune-up and roller replacement for your garage door today. Want to give your house a glow up? Got you covered. Get a new garage door and get 20% off. Local and reliable, Precision Garage Door Service of Orlando provides same-day service. Visit us online or call Precision Garage Door Service of Orlando today. Precision Garage Door. Garage doors done right.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by Tools Ace Hardware. Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Broadcasting live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1, Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeart Radio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Now is your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, credit, C-R-E-D-I-T, credit. That's credit. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm. Good luck.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show.
Your 4 o'clock keyword is credit, C-R-E-D-I-T. Go to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000, guys. Credit is your 4 o'clock keyword. We wish you the very best. Go get that money. Had a winner yesterday. Would like another one today. 5 out of 5 this week would be awesome. We have some space to make up. Credit is your 4 o'clock keyword. Good luck. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
Yo.
People who text the show, there's a couple things you need to know because somebody said that they had been sent an opt-out message. And I love it when people text the show. We don't ever want you to get confused and not text the show. But there's a couple of things that you have to be careful with when you text the program. If you use the word stop,
quit, end, I think those 3, it automatically sends you a message. We're not even aware of it. It automatically sends you, hey, sorry for opting out. It's okay, because we've never asked you to opt into anything. You can still text us. We still see it. But that's if we did contesting, but we don't do contesting with the text service. So don't worry if you see an opt-out message. If you use one of those words, we will still get your text moving forward.
Sure, and I mean we won't stop you from texting the show unless you get real belligerent and ignorant. I mean, I've been called a lot of names, but you can't say some stuff. We got to be sensitive
I'll block
to that.
people. Yeah.
It's very rare though.
If I realize that, I mean, your presence on this planet is probably a detriment to the rest of us, I don't need to see your messages.
Yeah, I get it. Nobody does really. All right, let's do what you do that's new.
What you do that's new. What you do that's new. Hey, if we only knew something new to do, we're relying on you. Tell us Something new brought to you by Clausman Law.
That's right, Clausman Law, KLAUSMAN Law.com. Offices right there in Winter Park, 407-917-1718. Car crash called Clausman. We'll talk to Glenn on Thursday for Colbert Court. Until then, every single Tuesday at 4 o'clock, one of the members of the show will choose something for the other members to watch, read, or listen to. We will do that and then reconvene the following Tuesday, discuss that, and then move on to the next member of the program for their content. This week it is Deb. We'll find out what she's doing, and then we'll find out what Jack has for us next week. Deborah?
Well, I had assigned a little over an 18-minute long video on YouTube under Country History X. That's their channel. This particular episode was called Johnny Cash, Joseph Stalin, and the Great Morse Code Crack. And for anyone who's been a fan of Johnny Cash for any length of time, you think you know him because of his music.
Right.
And then I watched this and I was like, it blew my mind for a couple of reasons. One, I had no idea that Merle Haggard was such a badass.
Yeah, he is a badass.
And the second thing was that I always thought Johnny Cash's affinity for prisoners came from his visits or his stints in prison. I really think it came from those 3 years he spent on that base in Germany, as well as seeing that very pivotal movie while he was there about U.S. prisons.
Right.
But when you find out this guy had 3 years on a base in West Germany where he could not leave, and he could only make one phone call home a year, I would think prison would be pretty damn easy.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%.
But I thought it was fascinating. What did you guys think?
Yeah, I thought it was great. I just learned this story about him breaking the information about Stalin.
Dying,
About Stalin dying that nobody knew. He was the first American to know that Joseph Stalin had passed away. And then, of course, gave that information out where he needed it. That was his job. It was really cool hearing about his unique sense and how he was chosen for the job. Like, he had this unique skill set that didn't get fit by other soldiers. And so I thought it was really amazing. Also, his just commitment to the right and wrong aspect of imprisoning people and how that was viewed. I thought that was kind of unique for that era as well.
And how cool of it to find out that the ear that you used to help crack the Morse code and grab the first time the message that the communist leader Joseph Stalin had died. But then you end up becoming this genre-defining singer-songwriter for the rest of your life. So,
absolutely, man.
What'd you think, Jack?
It was interesting. I thought it was weirdly presented because they're talking about, his military had, which was obviously, in the upper echelon of the people who did that type of work. However, then I thought it was a detour into projecting why he had an affinity for people in prison or entertaining them. It was a little all over the place.
Because of the Stalin thing was the number one thing they made this.
Yeah,
and then
it was all about, you think, okay, it's about
that didn't come till the end.
And then it was just this kind of like detour. Well, because he couldn't leave his base because he had all that sensitive information, they're making the assumption that, well, that's why he connected with people who were locked up in prison. And maybe it's true. I don't know. But it just seemed like a little bit of a detour. But I like Johnny Cash. He points out that Johnny Cash is almost genre-defying.
Yeah.
He has history with Bob Dylan and the folk music scene, rockabilly, some people, country music, and then,
even
later
hip-hop guys.
Yeah.
And then maybe one of the greatest covers of all time.
With Rick Rubin and doing Trent Reznor's Hurt.
Yeah.
So I think Johnny Cash himself is iconic. It's just another layer of coolness to a guy who was already extremely cool.
I would say, another layer of mystery to a guy who was really mysterious. This guy was like an anti-hero.
Yeah.
I mean, it really was in America. I mean, the guy who makes music for prisoners and sings about rebellion and
his most famous photo is him giving the finger.
Every time we talk about Johnny Cash, I think about walking the streets of Nashville and seeing that hanging in a shop, and to this day being so mad at myself for not going in and buying it. Because that is my favorite Johnny Cash image, is him just at Folsom Prison, right?
Yeah.
Just giving that finger. I love that.
Which is kind of, you think about it too. I mean, I never knew, and it wasn't like, people said it was country music, but really, they say it in the piece that it really was more like rockabilly.
Yeah, exactly.
But it was really unique to have a country music artist be such a rebel, or kind of be rebellious, because country music people at that point were really just kind of they were patriotic. It was, it wasn't really about that kind of stuff that I remember. It was more relationship stuff than it was like government stuff.
And how about him claiming to be the inspiration for the Elvis hit Blue Suede Shoes?
Yeah, it's kind of cool, right?
Yeah, because of the Officers Club at Landsberg Base over in West Germany.
He's not short on ego, too.
He definitely is not.
No.
He was definitely, you could not say, very humble man. Humble at some times, but not at others. But I just thought it was a fascinating wrinkle to someone that we thought we already knew.
Yeah, definitely.
He was a big guy, right?
Yeah.
Like 6'3", 6'4", something like that?
I believe so.
And he was married to, was it Roseanne Cash?
That was his, I guess, second wife, I'm
Second
assuming.
wife after Vivian.
Right. And she had her own career. Obviously, they had a career together, and then she had her own career. But really a fascinating guy. Really almost kind of Bob Dylan-esque in that sense with country music. He was kind of a poet.
And didn't know it.
Yeah, but very interesting. Yeah, good piece. Good job. That was fun.
Thank you. I thought you guys would like it.
What do you have for us, Jack?
Oh, boy, you are not going to believe this.
I'm probably going to believe it.
Yeah,
I don't think you're going to believe it. As a matter of fact,
You have the Epstein files.
I'm going
Is that what we're reading? Unredacted Epstein files?
Actually, it's the Monica Lewinsky tapes.
Even better.
If you didn't know, there was video there.
There's no mystery there. We got the dress.
All right.
We know the truth.
And the cigar.
All right. What I want you to watch is something that's on television, and it's a channel that I hope you all have. I don't know what it is yet, but I'll tell you after the break. I don't have it yet.
Oh, you don't? Oh. Did you forget this is your day?
Yes, and I keep a list of things I want to suggest, and everything I looked at is I no longer want to share that.
Okay.
I want it to be something good. I don't want to just give you garbage.
So you tell us next?
Yeah,
All right,
I'll have it in 5 minutes.
All right, good. 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Credit is your 4 o'clock keyword. That's CREDIT. Go to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. Back in 1 sec with more of the Jim Colbert Show.
What you do that's new, brought to you by Glenn Klausman, KLAUSMANLAW.com. Proudly sponsored since day one by Glenn Klausman, KlausmanLaw.com.
Bye.
The roadways are getting busy, and so are emergency crews. Cleared up a couple accidents here on State Road 408 eastbound at Kirkman Road, a crash on Silver Star Road near Pine Hills Road. The off-ramp's partially blocked from I-4 eastbound to South Street. Multiple lanes are blocked on I-4 eastbound before Saxon Boulevard. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by ExpressPros.com. Is it time for a new job? Then it's time for Express Employment Professionals. Quit the endless online job search. Enlist the pros. Let a local recruiter from one of their 870 locations help. And Express never charges job seekers a fee. Go to ExpressPros.com.
Guys, tired of blurry vision and hassle of glasses? Well, if so, the Filatowski Eye Institute has been earning Central Florida's trust for over 35 years with more than 65,000 successful LASIK procedures performed. And I know this firsthand because my son and my father-in-law are a couple of those people. And right now, you can schedule your free LASIK exam and get $500 off each eye. That's right, $1,000 in savings if you elect a procedure. This offer's for a limited time, so call 800-EYE-EXAM to get started. That's 800-EYE-EXAM. It's the Filatowski Eye Institute. Trusted, local, life-changing.
Eustace Roofing. New roof, no mess.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One, is back in Vegas.
T-Mobile Arena.
September 19th and 20th, streaming live only on Hulu. 15 artists, 2 nights, 1 stage. Get tickets now at AXS.com.
The 2025 iHeartRadio Music Festival is brought to you by Metro. With their new lower prices, the celebration starts way before the festival. Big savings so you can focus on your favorite artist, not your phone bill. Only at Metro by T-Mobile.
Let the professionals at Fence Outlet save you time and money. We handle everything from the free estimate to the install. We do it all, and you get 0% financing. So come into Fence Outlet or visit fenceoutlet.com today. License number C-10252 and C-10803.
Life is full of uncertainties, but finding the right lawyer shouldn't be one of them. At TK Law, we believe divorce doesn't have to tear your family apart. Our collaboratively trained attorneys work to help guide you through the process with solutions that protect what matters most: your family, your future, and your peace of mind. With the right guidance, you can move forward with confidence. Find a lawyer that truly cares. Visit onefirmforlife.com to learn more about your options today. TK Law, one firm for life.
Mike Rowe here with a quick question. Have you noticed the musty smell in your home? I hope not, because damp smells mean that you could have a crawl space problem. That's where Alpha Foundations comes in, a groundworks company. They can honestly assess your situation and create a plan to waterproof your crawl space and get to the root cause of the problem. Schedule your free inspection with Alpha Foundations and visit alphafoundations.com/row.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
Hey fellas, Russ Rollins here. Man, I feel so much better now that I got my testosterone all under control thanks to Red Mountain Weight Loss. Listen, if you have, low T, you can start for free now with Red Mountain Weight Loss. For a limited time, they're going to waive the startup fee. How cool is that? Listen, you'll gain muscle, lose fat, and lose that dad bod with testosterone from Red Mountain Weight Loss. Guys, real testosterone is available only by prescription, so go to Red Mountain Weight Loss to get yours. If you feel sluggish, if you lose focus all the time, if you have trouble in the bedroom, you probably have low T. Truth is, men today have 20% less testosterone than their dads did. That's terrible. Listen, they can help you with that. Increase your testosterone, have more energy, build muscle mass, and you're going to sleep a whole lot better. It improves your mental focus, also will improve your sex drive. That's a game changer. It really is. Save $200 for a limited time and start your testosterone therapy with no startup fee only at Red Mountain Weight Loss. Go to redmountainweightloss.com or hit pound 250 from your cell phone and say the keyword Red Mountain.
You worked hard for your 401k, but if you've left your job, your money might be sitting in the wrong hands. I'm Jeff Jr. with Trajan Wealth, and it's very possible that the 401k that you have had for years has hidden fees and limited investment choices. But if you're no longer with the company, that 401k may be at the mercy of your former employer. All of these things could be costing you thousands. Rolling over your 401k into an IRA can provide better investment options that align with your long-term goals. At Trajan Wealth, we're fiduciary advisors that are held to a higher standard with no hidden agenda and no hidden fees. Don't let your retirement dollars sit in an old plan, and don't roll it over to your new plan without consulting Trajan Wealth first. Call Trajan Wealth today at 407-213-0000, 407-213-0000.
Advisory services are offered through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC registered investment advisor.
It's one thing to suffer from allergies as an adult, but it's really tough on kids. Running around with sniffles or stuffy nose during recess or practice. Not to mention, it's hard to concentrate in school when you're not feeling well. And then you feel bad because you forgot to give them their allergy meds before they left. All of that can be a thing of the past, thanks to Aspire Allergy and Sinus. They've helped thousands, including children, with their kid-friendly allergy testing and pain-free allergy drops. Schedule your appointment today while the kids are out of school. Go to aspireallergy.com. That's aspireallergy.com.
No one wants to leave behind stress for their family. That's why a trust or a will is so important. Without one, your assets might go to the wrong people or leave out loved ones. Also, probate is long, expensive, and often avoidable with a revocable trust. Trustandwill.com makes it simple to create a personalized estate plan. A trust or will provides clarity and peace of mind. Get 20% off on your estate plan documents by visiting trustandwill.com/radio. No one wants to leave behind stress for their family. That's why a trust or a will is so important. Without one, your assets might go to the wrong people or leave out loved ones. Also, probate is long, expensive, and often avoidable with a revocable trust. Trustandwill.com makes it simple to create a personalized estate plan. A trust or will provides clarity and peace of mind. Get 20% off on your estate plan documents by visiting trustandwill.com/radio.
Get into summer with iHeart80s. Rewind to a decade in music that defined a generation. From Madonna to Michael and more. iHeart80s goes commercial free this weekend and every weekend. Open the free iHeart app, search iHeart80s, and make it your next preset.
iHeartRadio. Injured? Hire the largest injury firm in the world. Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show.
Jack, you're 100% right. I'll do you one better. We have interstate highways going from Tampa to Daytona, and north from Jacksonville to Miami, and Miami on the west coast as well. We should be having transit running along the highways. You've got the capabilities to do it. Long time coming. It would alleviate a lot of the stress we have on the roads.
It would. All right, welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show. Credit is your 4 o'clock keyword. That's CREDIT. Just slide over to realradio.fm and send that off for your chance at $1,000. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is her as well.
Yeah.
Jack, big night tonight.
All-Star game?
All-Star game tonight.
Yeah.
There's something else big tonight with that. Have you guys heard what's in store for the All-Star game tonight?
Let's see. It's in Atlanta.
It is in Atlanta.
What's the name of the Brewers rookie who's pissing everybody off?
I don't know. That guy who won the home run contest last night?
One of the players.
No, that's the catcher.
Rosanowski or something like that?
The first catcher ever, right? To win it?
Yeah. First switch hitter to hit it as well.
Something else, guys.
Draft?
Something else is happening tonight.
MLB draft?
No, it's in the game.
Skiing. Wait. They mic players. They've done that before. What are they doing?
Pitching clock?
Robot umpires.
Really?
Robot umpires tonight, I believe, is happening during the game.
Now I'll watch.
Yeah.
It says, robot umpires to make All-Star game debut, another step towards possible regular season use in 2026.
Oh, wow.
You know, and again, this is really not new. I think baseball actually is one of the last sports to really adopt new technology. I mean, if you think about it, tennis uses that system to decide whether or not the ball's in or out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Golf uses a system now to follow the ball with a tracer so you can see where it is, much like hockey did with the puck for a while.
Yeah, that's true.
Right. Football also has now, they get help with the first downs because of that and the replays.
Yep. They tried in spring. I know they've done some in minor league ball. But in spring training this year in MLB, they had it where you could challenge. Each team, I think, had 2 challenges on a pitch, and then they would go to the robot ump to see if it won. Like if you got it wrong, if you got it right, you kept another challenge, but you only had 2 in the whole game.
Right.
Yeah.
So I find this very interesting. I think it takes a little bit of the soul away from the game. Now, here's the thing: I don't have any problem with the technology. I really don't, because you really want a perfect game. Sports fans really do want that.
But part of a perfect game is yelling at the ump.
That's exactly what I was about to say. The thing is, man, that's part of the game is yelling at the refs and umpires, and you can't yell at a GD robot.
Let me talk to you old people here.
Yeah, there's no old people thing. I like yelling at people. It's fun.
And Bob Costas, who was all about when they added the other division and they kind of realigned the teams, he was like, oh, I don't like it because you're holding on to this nostalgic way. Just like when they went to a 162-game season, they're like, oh, what about the records for a 150-game season? It evolves, it grows, and technology gives us a chance to get it right more times than not. Still have a human there to yell at and kick dirt on.
No, you won't. Now I got to yell at the team. I can't yell at my own team.
You can have one guy to make sure to break up the fight because the robot's not going to do that.
But they're not going to have a robot first base coach or a third base coach.
Does that mean we're not going to hear, you're out?
That's right. No, you won't hear any of that.
That's part of the game.
Or how umps call strikes. God, there are people who made their entire careers, by the way, they called strikes. Remember that?
Yeah.
Hey!
Yeah.
See? That's part of the game. Seeing a ref ring somebody up after a third called strike. What robot's going to do that?
What you're missing is, and it is that argument after the player feels like it was a bad call, and
can I kick dirt on a robot's
getting
feet?
in his face.
I can't kick robot feet.
I am more curious into this, and I want to see this game now more. Because of that.
It's going to be weird. No one's going to be behind the catcher.
Nobody. Totally forgot about the home run derby last night.
One's going to be behind the catcher. You're not going to see the ump get down. Who's going to give him a baseball when somebody fouls one off? Where's that coming from now? Are we going to have an automatic thing that just spits it out of nowhere and spits the pitcher a new baseball? Who's doing that now? Who's going to wear them all that stuff in the front?
Are you sure that there's not going to be a person behind the plate?
I'm not sure of that.
Tonight and find out.
No, I think there would be for plays at the plate, exactly.
Yeah, there has to be some of
to
data for
determine if the player got hit or or the check swing.
So they're going to just. You're right.
I have a feeling it's probably just for balls and strikes.
It's probably just going to be for balls and strikes. But I mean, how do you think the umps feel about that?
Well, this has been coming a long time. Hey, guess what? AI, it's coming for all of us.
Yeah, dude. What I'm saying is, how do you think they feel about it in the game? I mean, you have to go through like a college to learn how to do this. Like, there's an entire thing. It's not easy to become a major league umpire. You have to languish in the single A and double A ball before you even get a try.
You got the details, Deb?
We do, because we have the smartest audience in talk radio. 77031 heard an interview with the MLB commissioner yesterday. It's basically just a video assist system. They will not be removing actual umpires, so there will still be someone to yell at.
Yes.
American sports lives on.
I know, man. That's part of being.
It is.
I mean, could you imagine? That's the
I
whole
almost got pulled out of the arena for swearing during a Magic game.
Yeah, I mean, you can't call a robot blue. That's the whole thing. Like, come on, blue.
Well, you don't know what color they're going to paint the robot.
There's a robot. It's just a thing. Jack, it's not going to be some robot like iRobot and Will Smith sitting back there. It's going to be some stupid camera.
Oh, you see the latest
Just
video of that robot running up rocky terrain?
I don't even want to hear it,
Oh,
dude.
it's scary.
Oh, scarier than that stupid motorcycle thing we saw with legs?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I know. It gives you the heebie-jeebies, doesn't it?
Man, it is not cool.
No.
They're coming.
It is
They're
not cool.
coming.
You're going to find me at Old Fart Central all by my little lonesome.
I wouldn't mind. I want to see a game where it's calling balls and strikes.
So that, actually, that's funny. They go to Joe Torre to talk about this. Obviously, he was the manager of the Braves and then, of course, the Yankees.
Yeah.
And he said you couldn't ignore it with all the technology out there. You couldn't sit and make an excuse for it. Joe Torre, 84 years old, recalled how these Yankee teams benefited at least twice from blown calls in the postseason.
Not the Yankees.
Oh, 100%.
Including one involving the strike zone and the 98 World Series opener tied with the bases loaded and 2 outs. Tino Martinez took a 2-2 pitch from San Diego's Mark Langston that appeared to be a strike. It was called a ball by ump Richie Garcia. The very next pitch, he hits a grand slam.
Yeah.
To win the game, and then the Yankees go on to sweep.
Oh, that's so great. And also, Derek Jeter's home run off the Orioles.
That's exactly the one they mentioned.
Jeffrey Mayer, he reaches in, interferes. They call it a home run, and it wasn't.
Yeah, you finally admit that one, huh? Yeah, they actually mentioned that case as well.
Yeah.
Well, someone did say they imagine the robot umpire has balls stored in its body, and each time one is needed, he'll just poop one out.
That's nothing. That's not American. It's not American. An old, crusty summit with an alcohol problem on the verge of death every step he takes, tossing a ball out. That's baseball, not from some stupid robot. I can't yell at some fat guy to lay off the good bars at a robot. Man. These people in Boston and Philly, they work their asses off to come up with great insults. New York, and now it's some robot. Can't do anything with that. Now I have to watch the game a little bit. I'm with Jack. I have to watch it a little tonight. I do have to watch that to see what it looks like, man. That may be kind of crazy.
I thought it was pretty neat. Past couple All-Star games where they do have players mic'd up. Sometimes it's the pitcher. Sometimes it's a position player, and they're talking to them during the game in between pitches.
That always makes me nervous.
Yeah, but it's the All-Star game.
Yeah.
I know.
It doesn't matter.
That's the way. Like, why do they do these? I guess they're just breaks for the players. I like the fact that they moved the MLB draft into the same week, but it just seems like between the NBA All-Star, it just seems like all of the breaks. There's no excitement there.
It's an honor, right, to do it. I kind of liked when the one league would benefit with home field advantage in the World Series based on winning that.
Yeah.
Just putting something
because
of value.
The DH. The DH thing. Is that what you're talking about?
No. For a few years, they tested whatever if the National League team won, they would have home field advantage in the World Series that fall.
Right.
I like that.
Yeah. It says Major League Baseball has experimented with this before in the minor league since 2019. And it says here that pitchers think everything is a strike, and that's true. When I pitched, I wanted anything near I thought was good. But they do make a very good point here. And the very good point is this, is that not all people have the same strike zone.
Correct.
Aaron Judge is like 6'6", and his strike zone is going to be way different than some shortstop who is, 5'8", and that's really kind of where they talk about it. It says the automatic strike zone at 53% of the batter's height and the bottom 27% bases the decision on the midpoint of the plate, 8.5 inches from the front, 8.5 inches from the back. And it says, I did a few, this is Clayton Kershaw said, I did a few rehab starts with it. I'm okay with it. I think it works. He says it's obviously Aaron Judge and Jose Altuve have completely different strike zones. And this thing will actually kind of figure out where that is and be more accurate in calling strikes, because obviously a strike to Aaron Judge could be high to Altuve.
Yeah, at his eye level. But I don't care. He's a cheater. He didn't deserve the MVP in 2017, didn't deserve that World Series ring. He is a cheater.
Yeah, but I mean, Clayton Kershaw, who's
go bang on a garbage can,
is one of the latest guys to get to 3,000 strikeouts, right?
Yeah.
I mean, he has no problem with it.
You want it right? Yeah, and you're right. It is different, but it would adjust. Can it not adjust based on the player at the plate by the size of the player?
I'm sure it could be adjusted to anything, right? I mean,
as far as the height goes.
Well, I'm sure to be able to scan the scope of what's up. I mean, even where you kind of approach the plate. I mean, hitters really have. I mean, if you look at the science of hitting at baseball from, players like Tony Gwynn, Barry Bonds, and some of the greatest hitters out there, position in the box changes the strike zone for you a little bit. The thing will be able to kind of find out where it is, I guess, just measuring your body size, or maybe do they input that into the machine beforehand? Like if they say, next up is Jose Altuve and he's 5'9" and
he's a little guy,
as opposed to
with no morals.
He's selling Trump there. He's a little guy. But here's the thing. I do find it interesting. I do find it interesting because here's the thing. You're not going to be able to argue against it. Right? You're not going to be able to, like managers, and that's a quick way to get thrown out of a baseball game is arguing balls and strikes.
Yeah.
But you can't really do that anymore because the machine, what are you going to yell at the cloud?
I think that's Aaron Boone. Half of the games he's gotten bounced out of is arguing that the strike on Aaron Judge was too low.
Right.
Like for his size.
Sure, yeah. Because, his, even while squatting, his strike zone is going to be 3 to 5 inches, 6 inches higher than the average player.
I do like the idea of a Roomba coming out to clean off the plate.
I think it's interesting they decided to bring it out
back in
during the All-Star game, right?
It makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense they do it tonight. Then it's not on just any one team to have to do this. It's like, all right, kids, we're trying out some new technology. Nobody's watching anyway.
And it doesn't have anything to do with the outcome of a game in regular season.
Right.
But it's also, like I was mentioning earlier, when they were testing the replay system using it, where you could challenge a pitch, they tested in spring training again, when the outcome doesn't really matter.
Right.
And you can see how it feels in a game. But also, they, let's test it in triple A.
Or the preseason.
Yeah.
I know that how the preseason in baseball is not really that long, though, right? How many?
Yeah, we call it spring training.
Yeah, spring training. But
it's a month long.
But why don't they? It's a month long. Yeah, right. You just try it in that.
Yeah, they did.
What did it do?
It was great, but it's.
So why isn't it being applied full time then? Because they said there's a commission, I guess, that has the vote on it.
But they do. They try it out in spring, right? And then maybe this year in the winter meetings, they'll say, okay, let's look at all the data. What changes were made? How did it work? And then they review it before they get to test it. Then they'll review it.
Got it.
And then if they're going to implement it in the regular season, it would be the next year or the year after.
Got it. Kershaw said he did it in rehab. I can only assume that's in the minors when he was coming back up because they've been trying it in the minors since 19. But you don't hear anything about it from the minor. You don't hear anything about minor league baseball to begin with, but you certainly don't hear. You would think that you would hear if it was failing miserably or if the outcome of a game had been changed because it wasn't calling strikes or balls right.
Yeah.
And do you have challenges against the robot as well?
I would assume, well,
if it doesn't,
it is. That's what you go to for the challenge. You go to instant replay for the challenge.
Yeah, sure. That's what I'm saying. But if you think the robot got the call wrong,
the robot is the instant replay. Unless you're going to have a human look at instant replay to kind of judge.
No, what I'm saying is
you go to the human for the challenge.
So let's say there's a pitch thrown, and from the TV replay, it looks like it's maybe outside by a full ball.
Yeah.
And the machine calls it a strike.
Why?
The manager comes out and says, the manager, I guess, just basically goes to the other manager. because there's no ump to go to.
So you need to calibrate this thing. We need to calibrate this machine.
Yeah. Could the umpire overrule it? Like if it made a mistake and obviously there was a breaking ball that came in and it's like a Tesla when the pavement changes and it doesn't know what the hell to do? Is it like one of those things to make those a big old fat breaking ball in there and it doesn't know it's up? Will they go to the ump?
That might the replay might be a human looking at a replay, right? The challenge might be that because that's what it is now, right? When you challenge a play at second plate,
right? Yeah,
they steal a base, they go to a replay. So I think they're sitting in front of a bank of monitors in New York where they look at it and then they pass their ruling and it comes back to the field. It might be the same.
We'll find out tonight.
Yeah.
Now you guys are going to be watching for sure.
I am definitely more interested in watching.
And Skeens is starting for the
National League. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to watch a little bit of it tonight then. I haven't watched a baseball game in so long.
I watched one over the weekend.
Did you really? Yankees game, of course?
Yeah, 2 out of 3?
They playing the Cubs, yeah.
2 being the Cubs.
Oh, the Cubs got him?
2 out of 3.
Really?
That first game was brutal, though.
How are the Yankees right now? Are they any good?
Yeah. 2 games behind Toronto in the East.
Very nice. All right, that's not bad. All right. 407-916-1041. Deb was asking me, she said, you played baseball as a kid, but you don't watch it. I don't. And then I said, it's a little boring for me because it goes so. She goes, but you watch golf. And I said, fair point. But
great job, Deb.
Golf broadcasts actually go back and forth to different shots being played all the time. So you rarely watch golf where there's not action with baseball. I mean, until the clock hit. I mean, pitchers go out there and read their journal for an hour before they throw a pitch if they want.
Not that pitching clock.
Not
they
anymore,
can't do that
right, yeah.
anymore.
All right.
You want my pick for what'd you do that's new?
Yeah, you got it?
I do. I have a choice of 2 because since one exceeds an hour, I want to give you guys the option.
We'll do that next.
Okay.
So the one is...
We'll do that next. All right, 407-916-1041. Back in a second.
This weekend, Real Radio 104.1 smells like the 90s. Classic alternative this weekend on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
I'm Fox 35 storm team meteorologist Brooks Garner with your Fox 35 Central Florida forecast, your midday update. Waves of heavy rain crossing Florida today from the Atlantic coast to the Gulf Coast as a low-pressure system with tropical origins moves into the eastern Gulf. That's where it could become a tropical depression tomorrow. But for us, we're going to see areas of really heavy rain today through 3 o'clock before things taper just in time for the evening commute, but not before anywhere from 1 to as many as 8 inches in spots could fall, resulting in some spotty flash flooding. That's a wrap from Fox 35.
This report is sponsored by Dairy Queen. It's cake batter. It's cookie dough. It's the new Superman Cake Batter Cookie Dough Blizzard Treat, now at participating DQ locations for a limited time. Fly in today for this cosmic collision of flavor. And don't miss Superman in theaters now. DQ, happy tastes good.
Tools Ace Hardware now carrying Steel zero-turn mowers. That's right. Steel already recognized as one of the top brands in outdoor power equipment. You've seen them around, those landscape trailers. All that equipment, that's usually Steel. You'll know it. Now these guys are offering the best in zero-turn mowers. From homeowner to professional, Steel does have the perfect zero-turn mower for your landscaping needs. Not to mention, you can get 0% financing and instant rebates on select Steel mowers. And don't forget, Tools Ace Hardware has trained techs in their stores ready to service and repair your Steel equipment every single day. It's Steel zero-turn mowers, now available at all 11 Tools Ace Hardware locations that sell Steel outdoor power equipment. It's Tools Ace, your local helpful place.
Yeehaw! R.C. Hill here, your deputy tariff sheriff. See, tariffs are coming in, and they're fixing to drive up car prices. But I locked and loaded massive inventory before the tariffs hit. That means you could get exclusive access to my pre-tariff rides. You could even drive for no money down. So come check out the new Mitsubishi Outlander, or the new Mirage at 43 miles per gallon with a lifetime warranty. Only when you visit me, the tariff sheriff. See, at R.C. Hill, we're all about affordability. My solution specialists are the toughest last around. So don't spend another minute in a car you hate. Right now, I'll pay way over appraised value for your old ride regardless of condition. And who knows when car prices will be this low again. Plus, I've got over 200 certified used cars, trucks, and SUVs. But hurry, when they're gone, they're gone. I'm RC Hill, your car dealer next door. 2 locations, Deland and Ocala. Get a sneak peek of all my pre-tariff rides at rchill.com. That's rchill.com.
$0 down in credit requires bank approval. Vehicle purchase price determines actual trade allowance. Offer ends June 30, 2025.
Are you tired of watching your electric bill rise every month? Take control of your energy with Sunwave Energy. Imagine paying less every month while protecting yourself against future rate increases. Call Sunwave Energy now. 407-634-5000. That's 407-634-5000.
Do you know a teacher that desperately needs a vacation? Well, I'm here to help. I'm attorney Mo DeWitt, and I'm giving one lucky teacher a free cruise. All you have to do is nominate them at justcallmo.com/cruise. That's justcallmo.com/cruise.
Sunnyside Air Conditioning.
Hi, my air conditioner isn't working.
We're hosting a pet rock adoption telethon.
Pet rocks?
The internet says they're endangered.
Rocks are everywhere.
You know what's everywhere?
Frank Gay is everywhere. I'm calling Frank Gay.
When you have AC problems, you need help now. One of our licensed and certified technicians can have your AC blowing cold air in no time. That's the Frank Gay way.
That's the Frank Gay way.
FrankGayServices.com.
Looking to save some? Then contact Eustace Roofing. Right now, they are offering 10% off new roof installations now until July 31st. Invest in your home's future and get a free estimate at eustaceroofing.com.
Fence Outlet has the largest selection of fencing options in the state with over 400,000 square feet of showroom and warehouse space. Get 0% financing for 12 months for your gorgeous new fence. Book your appointment online today. Go to fenceoutlet.com. License number C-10252 and C-10803.
If you want your windows there in weeks, pick up the phone and just text Reese.
If you're shopping for hurricane impact windows, make sure to get a free quote from my friends at Reese Windows and Doors. Hey, it's C-Lane, and at Reese they've been installing affordable, high-quality impact windows for over 50 years. Most impact windows are installed in less than 8 weeks, and right now when you buy 2 windows, you get 1 free, plus installation is included. For a free quote, visit reesewindows.com. That's REECE windows.com.
Hurricane season is here. Stay safe and informed with Real Radio 104.1. Listen on air or on the iHeartRadio app. Eustace Roofing is the official sponsor of iHeart Stormwatch coverage. Eustace Roofing, the real roofers, real craftsmen, real professionals, real experts.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell. Divorce is complicated, especially when a professional practice or a small business is involved and, of course, on the line. At Cordell & Cordell, we know the years of work that you've invested and what's at stake. For over 35 years, we've helped guide doctors, lawyers, and business owners through the complex process to protect their businesses that they've spent their lives building. Call Cordell & Cordell today because your business is more than a job, it's your legacy.
Orlando, Florida. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois. CordellCordell.com.
Tired of taking allergy pills every day to treat your allergies? Aspire Allergy and Sinus has helped thousands, including me, who spent years suffering before finally doing something. Like Erin, whose migraines were alleviated almost immediately after her sinus surgery with Aspire. Or Julie, who didn't even realize it was allergy season because she felt so much better after taking her allergy drops. Fixing your allergies is easier than you think it is. Go to AspireAllergy.com to set your appointment today. That's AspireAllergy.com.
Since 2002, Precision Garage Door Service has been proudly serving the Orlando community. Noisy garage door? Get our quiet door deal where you buy a belt drive motor and get free rollers. Worried about the weather? Understood. Get a tune-up and roller replacement for your garage door today. Want to give your house a glow up? Got you covered. Get a new garage door and get 20% off. Local and reliable, Precision Garage Door Service of Orlando provides same-day service. Visit us online or call Precision Garage Door Service of Orlando today. Precision Garage Door. Garage doors done right.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by Tools Ace Hardware.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Listening to the Jim Colbert Show.
You are.
So if the ball is foul tipped, will this robot umpire grab its throat and bend over and try to gasp for air, or is he just it's gonna hit him and he's just gonna,
Thump.
No big deal, and they just sit there?
Like the sound of an aluminum baseball bat.
Thump. Do not know.
Stay right.
Steve Reich.
And he's out.
Steve Reich, you're out.
I need more battery juice, please.
Wouldn't that be a bitch?
Oh, man. Come on. You need a robot back there just to have the visual of 3 entities. Man.
That's tough, Larry.
I
get
retract my ball in the throat thing.
Okay. Yeah, appreciate that. All right, welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Check is here as well. You got about 8 minutes or so for your 4 o'clock keyword, which is credit, C-R-E-D-I-T. Had a winner yesterday. Let's get another one. Credit.
That'd be great.
For a few more minutes. We'll have another one at the top of the hour. All right, Jack kind of got shut out of the What'd You Do That's New segment we do at 4 o'clock. Never gave us his recommendation. Jack, what do you have for us?
So, if I'm going to give you something that requires a lot of time, I like to give you a choice. So, I have an option here. I have something that is 55 minutes in length. That's the short one. The other one is an hour and 45. But I believe that is much better entertainment. So
you won't be able to do it day of.
Don't look at me and say that. As if I come in here and watch every one the day of we do it. Get out of here. I just did it like the last 6 months. Before that, I watched them all on the way.
Do you want to ask me any questions about which one?
Yeah. What's the 1 hour and 45 minute one?
So that's obviously a movie.
Oh, it could be a documentary.
It is a documentary.
Which is a movie.
Deb gets a point. Is it?
Yeah, documentary movie. Yeah.
Sure.
So I'm right.
Is it about Barbara Walters?
Yes, Jimmy.
Yes,
you're
Jimmy,
right.
You're right. Yay for Jimmy.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate
Yay
that.
for Jimmy.
It's not about Barbara Walters.
Who's got my star? Documentary about, is it new?
Oh, actually, they're both documentaries.
Is it new?
They're both new.
Okay, very good.
All right.
They both came out in the past month.
What's the documentary about that's 1 hour and 45?
That is about a personality who, a celebrity, a very famous person.
And the 55-minute one?
Is about an event that is something that we all lived through within the past 15 years. That we all witnessed within the past 15 years.
Was the event a tragedy?
For those involved. For us, we kind of sat around and made jokes about it.
Okay, we know it's not the poop cruise.
It is the poop cruise.
Oh!
The short one is the poop cruise.
I've seen the short one. So
you've seen it?
Yeah, I've already seen it. I watched it.
I haven't seen it.
Oh, dude, I remember I told you that how they were you here that day? Maybe you weren't here.
Yeah.
How they had to start using the showers, and if you've ever been on a cruise ship, the showers have that little lip. It would only hold like 2 inches of water, and they started urinating in the showers. Then the ship shifted, and collectively all of those showers spilled out into the rooms and then down in through the floors, and people were walking through the hallways being rained on by guest urine.
Yeah.
That's just one part.
Yeah, I thought that was gross, and I felt bad, Deb.
Yeah.
I think Deb has interest in the other one.
I also have interest in the other one as well.
I didn't say
Do
that.
you know what I'm talking about?
I don't. I have no clue.
Do you both have, I think today it's called HBO Max.
I do have Max.
I believe so.
Yeah. It's HBO Max now.
It is.
Is
They
it?
changed their
Okay.
name.
They're quite schizophrenic on
Yeah.
it.
Jesus.
All right.
Okay, it's My Mom Jane.
Jane
Yeah,
Mansfield.
Jane
It's about
Mansfield.
That's Hargitay.
Mariska Hargitay. She does the documentary. Watched it the weekend it came out. It was excellent.
So it's pretty fascinating. Jane Mansfield, it's so funny, along with some really odd characters in Hollywood, were into the occult, right? Was that part of it as well? Did you watch it?
I had heard that she was.
Yeah,
but I don't know. That was always
that she hung out with Aleister Crowley and a number of those other kind of culty people in Hollywood in the late '60s. No,
that was not part of this.
Really?
Yeah. So this is from Mariska Hargitay. Her child,
right? Yeah,
and so her and her siblings, and then interviewed other people about it. But it was fascinating enough, and then it takes this wild turn,
really weird
towards the end.
Yeah, because another thing, if people don't know who Jane Mansfield is, back in the day, there was like pinup girls. She wasn't quite that. Imagine a like a dime store Marilyn Monroe. That's kind of how I felt. She kind of was a B-level Marilyn Monroe. Gigantic boobs, platinum blonde hair. And
there's a famous picture of her and Sophia Loren.
Is it Sophia Loren?
I believe so.
Where Sophia Loren is looking at her cleavage?
Looking at her because it looks like her cleavage, like it's about to pop out of the dress.
She was never kind of accepted into mainstream Hollywood because she kind of made her way as a bimbo. That's what was said.
And it wasn't Aleister Crowley, actually. It was Anton LaVey.
Anton LaVey.
The high priest of the Church of Satan.
That's it.
And here's the deal about her, that rep as a bimbo. She was frustrated by having that rep, and she was not.
Right.
Yeah, that wasn't. She was an accomplished musician.
Yeah. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, there's a lot of interesting layers. And I just thought it was a really good documentary. Really enjoyed it.
I'll check that out for sure. I'll have a nice time watching that. Even in an hour and 45 minutes, it'll be interesting.
Yeah, it's on HBO. It's My Mom Jane.
She was actually, I believe, I would say that she was part of that last kind of gasp of the 60s glamorous Hollywood. They kind of ended with the Rat Pack and Sinatra and all those guys and the Martinis. I mean, she was kind of part of that world. Of course, died tragically in a terrible car accident. Not to spoil it for anybody, but it's kind of common knowledge. But
on her way to New Orleans.
What happened?
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
Not good. Yeah, she has a lot of lore in Hollywood, not only from her career, during her career, but even post, with the way she passed away. Kind of crazy. I'll check that out for sure. Good.
I'm glad you saw the Poop Cruise one because I didn't want to watch that one.
Yeah, you don't. It's kind of gross. I mean, that's not the entirety of it, but it just shows.
I wanted to see that.
It just shows what you start doing when you watch the Poop Cruise, though. You start you're like, how would I get through this? Like, how would I bring let's say it was just my wife and I. How would I be able to protect my wife, feed us as a couple, provide fresh, clean water, and a place to go to the bathroom while waiting on help? Like, how would I do that? That's kind of what I started looking at. Like, where would I go? Because you can't go in the ship. All the power's gone, and it's 1 billion degrees.
And that's the other reason why I didn't want to watch the Poop Cruise, because Chris hasn't been on a cruise yet, and I figured this would not be a good intro.
You don't want to do that to him then.
Hey,
because,
honey, look at what can go wrong.
You don't want to be a part of that.
Hey, that bridesmaid guy, remember? They gave their gifts in biohazard bags.
Yeah.
Jack doesn't know the reason behind the biohazard bags.
Yeah, he will. The old red bag.
Yeah.
I'll give you one idea what that's for, Jack. It's not swag.
Okay.
All right, 77031. That's how you text us. Your keyword is coming up next here on the Jim Colbert Show. Stay put.
Freshy.
Your chance to win $1,000 in your hand is minutes away on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by Mills Air.
The right lane's blocked on Florida's Turnpike southbound, just south of Hancock Road. There's a crash getting cleared up on I-4 westbound before Osceola Polk Line Road. The right lane's blocked there. Keep an eye out for emergency crews off to the shoulder, clearing up an accident on I-4 eastbound before Saxon Boulevard. The roadways are getting busy this afternoon. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Rasmussen University.
At Rasmussen University, we offer a full suite of nursing programs from pre-licensure to doctoral, online and on campus. Programs vary by campus.
Go ahead and compare your quote because it's so easy to do that with that mortgage guy, Don. And if you already have a mortgage quote and you're wondering if it's really any good, a recent study found that less than 20% of us go out and compare that first mortgage quote you get. But you don't want to be a slacker. You want peace of mind. So all you have to do is go to the website, hit that button that says compare, and upload your quote. That's it. That mortgage guy, Don, is going to tell you if it's any good, and you can get a quote with no hard credit inquiry. It truly is peace of mind right there at your fingertips, so don't miss the boat. Compare your quote at thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Don't miss the boat. Compare your quote with thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Divorce can feel like a minefield. One wrong step, and your finances, your family, and your future could suffer. Before making a big decision, talk to the attorneys at TK Law. We can help you navigate the legal process, protecting what matters most. With better representation, you get better results. Call TK Law today and take the first step toward a smarter, more secure future. Visit onefirmforlife.com. Offices in Altamont Springs. That's onefirmforlife.com.
Hey everybody, Jim Colbert here for my friends over at FAS Exteriors. These guys are awesome, installing windows and doors in a couple of my homes here in Central Florida over the years, and their expert team of window and door installers made the entire project seamless from measurement all the way down to that final inspection. And of course, Seminole County came in, did the inspection, and actually asked me who did the job. It was installed so perfectly. They've been doing this since 2005, and FAS has earned their spot as Orlando's top-rated window and door experts. Upgrade your home today with a team that delivers excellence. Simply visit FASWD.com and trust the leader in windows and doors.
Imagine yourself winning $1,000 this summer. Would you do a beach weekend? Upgrade your phone? Commission a custom portrait of yourself. Hey, we're not here to judge. We are here to give you that chance to get $1,000 in your hand. 13 times each weekday. Your keyword, enter website, answer phone. We are the best at this, and you are in the right place. Real Radio 104.1. This national contest sponsored locally by Mills Air.
Mills Air, been in business since 1992. That's over 30 years. Carrier factory authorized dealer. Rebates up to $1,275 for brand new Carrier units. Turn to the experts. Carrier. And you can always turn to the experts at millsair.com.
There's an app for your music, an app for your photos, even an app that tracks your steps. But only one app brings you the live radio dial and lets you save your favorite stations, playlists, and podcasts as presets you can tap anytime. The free iHeartRadio app. The #1 app for radio.
There's still time to enjoy locked-in summer value at Sam's Club. Until July 22nd, prices are held on over 1,000 items. This is the perfect time to join Sam's Club and make the most of summer. So sign up for a membership today at samsclub.com/join.
Yeehaw! R.C. Hill here, your deputy tariff sheriff. I locked in a huge inventory before the tariffs hit. You could even drive for no money down. Right now, I'll pay way over appraised value for your old ride regardless of condition. So check out the new Mitsubishi Outlander or the new Mirage with a lifetime warranty. Plus, I've got over 200 certified used cars. But hurry, when they're gone, they're gone. I'm R.C. Hill, your car dealer next door. 2 locations, DeLand and Ocala. Get a sneak peek of all my pre-tariff rides at rchill.com. That's rchill.com.
Worried about market losses? If headlines are keeping you up at night, it's time to take control. Hi, I'm Jeff Jr. with Trajan Wealth, and I know you've worked hard to save. But in times like these, what if can turn into what now? If you're planning to retire or are in retirement, you need a strategy that helps protect your future. At Trajan Wealth, you can capture market gains, protect your account from losses, and guarantee income for life. Right now, you could receive a bonus of up to 30% or annual growth of up to 10% for retirement income. You heard me right. An upfront bonus of up to 30% or annual growth of up to 10%, all guaranteed to boost your lifetime income in retirement. Don't leave your future to chance. Plan with confidence. Call Trajan Wealth today at 407-213-0000. 407-213-0000.
Annuity guarantees are based on the claims paying ability of the issuing insurance company, DBA, in most states as Trajan Wealth Insurance Solutions.
It's warm outside, but sizzling inside BJ's Wholesale Club with red hot summer savings. Get scorching weekly deals like cherries for $1.99 a pound and $1 off green grapes and corn with a digital coupon now through July 21st. first. Not hot enough? Get up to 25% off grocery store prices, plus same-day delivery and curbside pickup. Crank the AC and we'll bring it to you. Then fill up with everyday low prices at BJ's Gas. Not a member? Join now for hot savings every day. BJ's, absurdly simple savings.
I'm David. I'm an attorney. When my wife was seriously injured in a car accident, we called attorney Glenn Clausman. He met with her at the hospital and again at the rehab facility. Glenn Clausman genuinely cared about my wife's injuries and spent time with us to understand all the ways her injuries affected her. Because we chose attorney Glenn Clausman, my wife received an extremely fair settlement, and Glenn Clausman helped us receive as much money as possible by getting the medical bills reduced. I highly recommend Glenn Clausman. Glenn Clausman at KLAUSMANlaw.com.
Trajan Wealth, your trusted local fiduciary advisor. Visit TrajanWealth.com.
Coming to you live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Accidents happen, but Mo's here to help. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or call 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeart radio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, bank, B-A-N-K, bank. Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show.
What it do, Cooler Crew?
What's up, homie?
You know,
Give me one.
your favorite tea back in Rockledge. Sorry I'm late. I had the mental therapy so that I can stay sane. Believe it or not, I'm considered sane. It's just usually drunk. Anyways, today we raised a beer to be a dork day, and seeing as I've been doing it for the past all my life, I think I'm nailing it.
You are nailing it, buddy. Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. Bank is your 5 o'clock keyword. That's B-A-N-K. Go over to realradio.fm and send that out for your chance at $1,000. Remember, guys, if you're playing the game, phone on, phone up, and answer it when it rings. That's how they tell you you've won. Bank is the word, guys. That is your 5 o'clock keyword. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
Hell yeah.
Jack, I can't remember, buddy, because I'm can't remember.
Happens to me daily.
Yeah. Were you here? Were you here last week when we were talking about the yeah, you were, because it was me, you, and Ross. The body part that we didn't have, the body part they can't explain with evolution.
That's right, but I can't remember which one it was.
Yes.
It's the chin.
That chin.
Oh, yeah,
that's
yeah,
right.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where we decided that Neanderthals didn't have sheets and towels that they needed to fold.
That's funny.
You need a chin for that.
As we learn more about us as a
to keep their football helmets
as a species, we learn more and more things that are very interesting. And of course, when you start looking at the reasons things like that happen, it's also very interesting. I find this stuff fascinating. I don't know about you guys. When I saw the whole thing where, evolutionists can't figure out why we have a chin, I found that intriguing. We had a great conversation about it. If you can actually go and listen to the podcast if you want to hear that. And a new one has popped up that's also painfully interesting. So when you smile, and I did not have braces as a kid. Deb has a beautiful smile. Did you have braces as a child?
No, I was told I needed to get them, but then...
Yeah, you have perfect teeth. Jack actually has very good teeth. Did you wear braces, Jack?
2 years.
2 years you had braces?
At the age of 13 to 15.
Yeah, I never had braces. My sister did not have braces, and if you look at my smile, it's quite evident that I did not have braces. It's not terrible, but there are some teeth in the bottom that are out of place and could use realigning.
Do that Invisalign thing.
Yeah, no, I don't. I have no interest in doing that at all. I really don't. I have no interest in doing it. I'm 57, 8 years old, whatever it is, and I've made it.
I look in the mirror and say, "This is what you get."
I've made it this far. My wife is cool with it. I got no problem with it. All right. So with that said, did you guys know that the idea of humans having kind of bad teeth is new? That's new.
Explain.
Humans used to have straighter teeth.
Really?
Right? They can prove this. They can prove this through not fossils. What's the word I'm looking for?
Forensics?
Yeah, forensics, and just the history of us having access to hundreds, thousands of samples of humans as we've kind of evolved through the world. Yeah, humans used to have straighter teeth. Now, what do you think changed? This is the interesting part.
Something in our diet. What are we
Sugar.
eating? Ooh.
It is diet related.
Yeah.
I would say less calcium.
That's how we eat more rocks.
Well, I don't think our teeth are as strong. So the milk that we used to drink, of course, that wouldn't have been pasteurized, so it's not necessarily better for you. But drank more milk than we do now because everything is so plant-based. And I think we used our teeth a lot more for tools. Pull things, and that tends to make them stronger.
Well, look, I'm just listening.
It's not a bad guess.
I'm just listening. I'm not naysaying anything because you make great points.
Yeah, I'm thinking this actually probably whatever it was occurred a long time ago because teeth have been messed up for a while, right?
That's only in
this
England.
Isn't a
okay. So you guys are on to something here. Okay, stop. Yeah, don't pick on him. My God, we're terrifying the hell out of him. Don't pick on him too.
Yeah.
My God.
It's
Teeth
hard to
are
be
bad.
an American right now.
Teeth are bad. And everything's going to cost 30% more. You guys are on to something. I mean, your process is dead
Right.
straight.
Yeah,
There
yeah.
was a time that things changed. That they can prove there was a certain time.
Industrial Revolution.
No.
Oh.
But you guys are on it. You're right there.
So it's something with the diet when the big changes of what we ate, refrigeration.
Way before that.
Yeah. So
Okay.
agriculture too, and agriculture.
12,000 years ago, when human beings started growing their own food, what that meant is this. We did not have to go out as hunters and gatherers and eat tough raw meat, crack seeds with eat real fibrous vegetables or plants that we would have to chew and gnaw and tear apart to get the nutrition out of it. We didn't do that anymore. So when you don't do that anymore, because now your foods are grown, they're more manageable. You're cooking your meats. You're learning how to do these things to create more tender meats, and you're learning what you can eat and can't eat. You've learned all that as a human. And when agriculture came along, what started happening is this. Your jaw got smaller because your mandible became smaller.
Right.
The muscle structure around your jaw became smaller. And when your mouth became smaller, your teeth had to go somewhere. So what they say is your mandible back in the day would have been wider and stronger, therefore spreading your teeth out.
That's a bad look.
Spreading your teeth out more so that you can, so your jaw was bigger. And basically what's happened is
Imagine those glamour shots. Oh, man.
That's a whole bunch of Madonnas.
She's got a great personality.
Olin Grills.
She's got a great personality, but I could hit a ping pong ball through that.
Now, that's what I call eating corn on the cob through a picket fence.
Right, exactly. It says this. The answer isn't simple, but they point to one culprit, which is the diet. We traded raw, tough foods for softer, more processed foods, and the burden of chewing decreased, allowing our jaws to shrink over time. And before people freak out about that, I'll use the word evolutionist, and somebody called me out for it. Is that not a word? Like people who believe, people who believe in and study evolution would be evolutionists, right? Or
I don't know. Let me look at the
Okay.
title for someone who studies evolution.
Yeah, I'm not sure I ever heard that before.
So with that said, the diet changed, your habits change, and they say in the context of the story, by the way, which is a Yahoo News story, if you want to go check it out, it's kind of interesting to read. It says in the context of that when your diet changes, the idea of your jaw kind of changing.
Well, yeah.
And it makes your teeth less crowded. So there you go.
It turns out, for someone who studies evolution, the most common and accurate title is evolutionary biologist.
Okay, there you go.
However, evolutionists are individuals who generally support or study the theory of evolution.
There you go.
So you were right again, Jimmy.
Oh, I'm not.
Oh, Jimmy's right. 2 stars.
I don't need to be right. I just want to make sure I wasn't wrong.
Oh, yeah,
Two
no.
stars.
I understand that. 2 stars. We're going to have to start buying stars and keep them around.
It's a long
Yeah.
show title, but I don't know. I don't need to be right. I just want to not be wrong.
And for people, right, and for people who are like, your body can't change that quickly. Scientists have proven that if you have a liquid diet, if you just drank liquids over the period of one lifetime, by the time you got older, your face would show the fact that you haven't used your jaw muscles, and your entire face would look different. in just one lifetime. So it isn't like one of these things where you need thousands of years for this to change. In fact, it could happen quite easily in a couple generations.
I think we're going to see it with these, because they're saying the other thing is like our heads are getting bigger, our limbs are getting smaller because we're not using them as much anymore. Our eyes are getting bigger. Doesn't that kind of sound like those alien pictures we all be shown?
That's exactly what it sounds like.
Because we use our eyes for all of our technology. We use our brains, but we're not really using our physical bodies the same way that they were centuries ago.
And they all have migraines because they're all gray.
It reminds me of those two things in the Men in Black ride. Right, when you go to the Men in Black ride, it's got the two aliens, and it's just basically a giant head with little tentacle arms.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what it is. That's what's going to happen.
That's that alpha generation.
We're just going to be a big blob with a brain the size of a stomach now, and being incapable of doing anything without an umpire helping us out. Call back.
Robot or otherwise.
Yeah, it says with softer diets became less mechanical strain on the jaw. Over generations, our mandibles began to shrink, a trend visible in the fossil records. That shrinkage is, in at least part, adaptive to the result of millennia of evolution. It says, but that's when it goes into the whole idea that look, it doesn't really need that much time for your body to change based on how you eat. And I guess conversely, if you only ate very tough foods that required a lot of gnawing and chewing,
right,
your jaw would get big, your muscles around your mandible would be giant, and it would reflect that in the way you looked. Anyway, I thought it was pretty fun.
That's fascinating.
It says the way your teeth come through is almost like a zipper. Your jawbone moves forward, then makes space for them to come in. If there isn't enough room for the teeth to erupt, they will impact. And it said back in the day, you didn't have that because the jaw was wider. Teeth had plenty of room to come in.
So they didn't have that whole wisdom teeth thing.
Right, yeah. It also said flossing was easy. I'm joking. Right, 7
with a jump rope.
Yeah, 7 yeah, with a ship mooring rope. No problem. Got a little piece of spinach right there. I want to get Bank is your 5 o'clock keyword. That's BANK. Slide over to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. Do you think Florida has any of the best cities for dating?
Probably. There's so much to do here.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Interesting, I tell you. I'll tell you what it is and isn't next.
Oh.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
The right lane's blocked on Florida's Turnpike southbound, just south of Hancock Road. There's a crash getting cleared up on I-4 westbound before Osceola Polk Line Road. The right lane's blocked there. Keep an eye out for emergency crews off to the shoulder, clearing up an accident on I-4 eastbound before Saxon Boulevard. The roadways are getting busy this afternoon. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
Wherever the drive takes you, we're here to help keep you on the road to summer fun. Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Summer drives start here.
Go to VIOC.com for money-saving coupons and to find a location near you.
Hey, everybody, Jim Colbert here from my friends over at Life Imaging FLA. You know, it's time to be a hero. And you can be a hero with Life Imaging FLA by simply telling somebody that you think could use a heart scan to get over there and get it. Could be your dad, could be your brother, an uncle that you love so much, and even more. If you have heart disease in your family history, guys, do not play with this. Seriously, 1 out of 3 people in America will die of heart disease. And in some of those cases, the very first symptom that you have heart disease is you drop dead. You definitely do not want that. But the cool thing is, with the scan over at Life Imaging FLA, you can see inside and see if you have any issues that are starting to build up. The cool thing is now that you know, you take that information to your primary care doctor and build a plan to keep you around for years. And remember, there are no dyes. You don't take your clothes off. No injections, none of that. The entire process only takes a few minutes, so don't wait. Do what I did, what my wife did, what my in-laws did, and so many people in Central Florida that do care about their long-term health. Get over to Life Imaging FLA. Get this free heart scan. Just a few minimum requirements. It is a $699 value, and while you're there, imperative, please ask about their cancer screening as well, because early detection does save lives. Here's how you make your appointment. Pick up your cell phone, dial pound 250, and say the keyword free heart scan. That's it. pound 250. Say that keyword free heart scan. They'll connect you in seconds. Time to make that call, guys. Time to step up and take control of your long-term health care. You'll have the option to receive a one-time auto-dial text message from iHeartMedia.
Right now, you may be running a little late, or feeling stressed, or overwhelmed, and you may be going a bit over the speed limit. So to help you relax, exhale. Ease up on the gas. You'll get there when you get there. Take a moment to just chill. This little break is brought to you by Target Zero and the Florida Department of Transportation.
The Jim Colbert Show question of the day is brought to you by the Home Builders Network. And for years, you've heard us talking about Mike and his great team at the Home Builders Network. I reached out to them when it was time to replace my roof. They do roofs. They do windows. They do doors. Seamless gutters with covers. I have gutters from the Home Builders Network. And now bathrooms. He's expanding the Home Builders Network to include bathrooms, and mine is in the works. When you need something done to your home, you want to use someone you can trust, someone with over 3 decades of experience as a craftsman and contractor. That's Mike the Home Builder, and you connect with him at the Home Builders Network. Has a brand new showroom in Altamont Springs. It's on the corner of 434 and 436 in the Aldi Plaza there, but you can connect with him online as well. It's hbnusa.com.
Car crash? Call Klausman. KlausmanLaw.com. That's KLAUSMAN.
Are you tired of watching your electric bill rise every month? Take control of your energy with Sunwave Energy. Imagine paying less every month while protecting yourself against future rate increases. Call Sunwave Energy now. 407-634-5000. That's 407-634-5000.
Are you prepared for the future? At TK Law Firm, they understand the importance of securing your legacy. Whether you're looking for a will or trust, they can help. Don't leave your legacy to chance. Visit onefirmforlife.com for your free consultation. Protect what matters most. TK Law Firm, your partner in estate planning excellence.
Hey, fellas, Russ Rollins here. Man, I feel so much better now that I got my testosterone all under control thanks to Red Mountain Weight Loss. Listen, if you have, low T, you can start for free now with Red Mountain Weight Loss. For a limited time, they're going to waive the startup fee. How cool is that? Listen, you'll gain muscle, lose fat, and lose that dad bod with testosterone from Red Mountain Weight Loss. Guys, real testosterone is available only by prescription, so go to Red Mountain Weight Loss to get yours. If you feel sluggish, if you lose focus all the time, if you have trouble in the bedroom, you probably have low T. Truth is, men today have 20% less testosterone than their dads did. That's terrible. Listen, they can help you with that. Increase your testosterone, have more energy, build muscle mass, and you're going to sleep a whole lot better. It improves your mental focus, also will improve your sex drive. That's a game changer. It really is. Save $200 for a limited time and start your testosterone therapy with no startup fee only at Red Mountain Weight Loss. Go to redmountainweightloss.com or hit pound 250 from your cell phone and say the keyword Red Mountain.
It's one thing to suffer from allergies as an adult, but it's really tough on kids. Running around with sniffles or stuffy nose during recess or practice. Not to mention it's hard to concentrate in school when you're not feeling well. And then you feel bad because you forgot to give them their allergy meds before they left. All of that can be a thing of the past, thanks to Aspire Allergy and Sinus. They've helped thousands, including children, with their kid-friendly allergy testing and pain-free allergy drops. Schedule your appointment today while the kids are out of school. Go to AspireAllergy.com. That's AspireAllergy.com.
When you've been in a crash and your mind's racing.
When you've fallen in a store and are blaming yourself.
When you've been hurt at work and you don't know what to do.
Or if you've been the victim of a medical mistake, we've got you.
We've got what it takes to prove a case that the insurance companies can't ignore.
With decades of experience and a track record of winning for our clients.
Farah and Farah, Orlando.
Mike Rowe here with a quick question. Have you noticed cracks in your drywall, chimney, or exterior walls? I hope not, because if you have, they could be indications that you've got a much bigger problem with your foundation. That's where Alpha Foundations comes in, a groundworks company. They can honestly assess your situation and create a plan to stabilize your foundation. Schedule your free inspection at alphafoundations.com/row. And while you're there, check out my latest dirty job.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
No one wants to leave behind stress for their family. That's why a trust or a will is so important. Without one, your assets might go to the wrong people or leave out loved ones. Also, probate is long, expensive, and often avoidable with a revocable trust. Trustandwill.com makes it simple to create a personalized estate plan. A trust or will provides clarity and peace of mind. Get 20% off on your estate plan documents by visiting trustandwill.com/radio.
Here's what's trending now on the new and improved iHeartRadio app.
You know what they say, time flies when you're having a lot of fun, because can you believe it's already been 1 year of iHeart Women's Sports? It's the go-to spot for stories, wins, and real talk from the biggest names in the game. From the court to the field, even behind the scenes, voices like Sarah Spain, Ashley Harris, and a whole lineup of legends are leading the charge. Check it out and celebrate 1 year of iHeart Women's Sports right now on iHeartRadio.
Explore the latest. Open the free iHeartRadio app and see what's trending now.
Trajan Wealth, your trusted local fiduciary advisor. Visit TrajanWealth.com.
And we're back to the Jim Colbert Show. Still to come, the common sense financial advice you need. It's Only Money with Scott Brown, today at 6:20 on the Jim Colbert Show.
Wait, so you're telling me that the lead singer of Train, the reason his jawline looks like that is because he had a really tough diet as a kid? Also, Orlando is good for dates, hence the bit that we have with Danny Myron from Orlando Date Night Guide. Dating is another thing.
I mean, I guess that's fair. All right, welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here.
Yeah.
5 o'clock keyword is bank. That's BANK. Slide over to realradio.fm and send it off for your chance at $1,000. Saw Danny and her beautiful husband, or wonderful husband, I should say. The beautiful Danny and her wonderful husband at Taste. She's out there working her ass off, of course. It was fun. Had a good time.
Yeah, what'd you wear?
I bought a brand new outfit, like some seersucker pants, but they're kind of linen, blue pants with a, I don't know, I bought a new coat. I tell you what I did do. It was stupid.
Exactly what you described the day before.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Kinda, almost. But I did buy new shoes, and one thing you got to not do ever is wear new shoes to a place that you're going to be walking around for 5.5 hours the very first time. And they were sneakers even, but it doesn't matter.
Nope.
Because they were like fashion sneakers. And man, my right heel is torn completely apart.
Yeah, I bet.
It is not good.
I'm quite familiar to my wife coming home, and the first thing she's complaining about is the feet. You know, because of the shoes you have to wear.
Yeah,
especially for women.
Poor Tori. I mean, she would, she has these really cool heels where they don't bind up. They have this strap thing that kind of wraps around your leg like a snake.
Yeah.
But it doesn't go that far, but that's what holds the shoe on. And they're very, very cool, very sexy, but not really built to walk around a ballroom for 4 or 5 hours. Man, we were leaving that night. We had to stop a couple times on the walk out. It was a pretty good haul to get from the ballroom we were in to the front where valet was. And, man, she was not doing well. A number of girls had already shed their shoes for the evening.
I'm sure, because those shoes, the way you describe them, those are the shoes you walk into the restaurant or the bar with, then you sit down and you cross your legs, and then you just reel them in. You don't try and catch them.
Right.
You're not wearing the right footwear for that. Those are called lures.
Yeah, right.
It's a whole different kind of fishing lure, but just as effective.
You think you'd see? That's
I'm
the thing.
looking for a billionaire.
I mean, the purse is usually a clutch or something very small, because anything bigger, you'd have a pair of slippers or something in there.
Exactly.
Something to switch into when you can.
But girls who do that, they do that. They have these little sneakers or flats they can slip into at the end of the night after they've taken all their photographs and stuff.
That's why having a purse a dress with pockets is such a big deal.
It is. That's a big thing right now in women's fashion. That's such a big deal now.
That's why I carry a Birkin bag.
Oh, get out of here, Jack.
I wouldn't want a Birkin bag even if you gave me a Birkin
Jack,
bag.
you would want it. Get out of here. If I gave you a Birkin bag for Christmas this year.
No, because that's the kind of thing. It's like the diamonds that you cannot walk around with something like that. That is basically
everybody's
an
gonna think it's fake
advertisement.
anyway.
Well, I wouldn't. It wouldn't matter. It's like having $400 sunglasses. The first person
Right.
that scratches them, or I drop them, or I lose them,
Oh, yeah.
I just don't see spending that kind of money on something that if I can't take it to heaven or hell, then I ain't spending that kind of money on
I was
it.
talking to my daughters about expensive bags one time, and I said, let me tell you a little thing I heard one time that'll blow your mind. I said, when you see a person that you assume has money with a bag, more than likely it's fake because you automatically assume they can afford it, so they can buy a fake one.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why I crawled up 4 flights of stairs in Chinatown in New York City to say that this is a real Chanel. I walked into some sketch places with my mom and best friend. We just looked at each other like,
dude,
are we coming out of this alive?
There used to be one down in Sanford that set up in that square down in Sanford every single Sunday morning selling fake Louis and fake Gucci's and stuff. And I would walk by that and I would marvel at I'm like, how are they getting away with this? I mean, that is straight up. They are selling fake copyrighted. What's the word? It's not copyrighted. It's
trademarked.
Yeah, but
copywritten,
whatever.
copywrote.
Thanks, Jack. I appreciate that. Copywrote. Yeah, it's copywrote. But fake stuff like right there on the sidewalk. Cops walking around everywhere. Nobody says a word.
Well, now the other thing that, if you remember, that came out with the tariffs when the first brouhaha of the tariffs came out, and TikTokers, Chinese luxury brands were going on TikTok and saying, oh, hey, by the way, that really expensive bag is still built here in China. It's just sent somewhere else to be finished off, but you're not paying for what you think you're paying for.
So my wife deals with China in the textile business all the time. They run quite a bit of money through that thing. So that's where a lot of the big-time fakes come out. And she was talking to her rep over there, and a story had come up that day. So she started a conversation with her rep over there in China about, the fake luxury goods. And the girl started laughing, and she said that, she goes, I will send you a 1-to-1 Gucci bag tomorrow, and I'll guarantee you could probably return it to Gucci, and they wouldn't even know the difference. 1-to-1 means it's almost an exact replica. And that's how good some of them are. You now, when you sell that stuff on eBay, it has to be verified before you can even list it. Like they have a separate service now that'll verify your stuff to make sure it's real, because the fakes are so good. And that's with watches as well.
Well, I just learned what a Birkin bag was from the two of you last week, and because the original sold for $8 or $10 million, and
for the British actress and singer Jane Birkin.
But for the regular versions of that bag to be $150,000 to $300,000, it's just
insurmountable, right? You just can't even think about it.
It's stupid. It's a different world.
It's stupid,
and.
It's stupid. Like, is it driving you? Is it changing you? Is it wiping you?
Well, I told you that
I'm not paying $100,000.
I told you as a goof, I went into the Hermes store in the fancy mall out there,
such
right?
a clod.
And I walked in there. By the way, during Christmas they have a guard out front. They only allow so many people in. And I was just going to buy like a wallet, something very simple for my wife that just had the H on it, just to have a little something. And I walked in there, and of course the wallets are just—I mean just a wallet, like this thing I have in my pocket. It's just like a money clip. Yeah. Those are like $700 to $900, and it is legit not enough leather to make one glove. I mean, that's how little it is. And then I was like, well, I'll venture around. They had some house goods there. I said, well, and I saw a blanket. I'm like, well, how much could a blanket be?
Oh, buddy.
It's a blanket. How much could a wool? And it's, by the way, it's a saddle blanket. So I guess it's the horse blanket. You put the blanket on the horse, then put your saddle on top of that. But it came with 2 matching pillows. I'll give you how much do you think the entire setup was for a blanket and 2 pillows?
$1,200.
$2,500. I was going to say $5,000.
The pillows were $2,500 a piece.
Oh,
the blanket was $8 G's. $8,000 for a blanket. The saddle was $60,000 hand-stitched Hermes saddle. And I walked out of that place, and I looked at everybody there, and I'm like, you can't afford to shop here? You can't afford to shop here? You work here, and you can't afford to shop here? How dare you look down your nose at me? The ties were like $400 for a silk tie. It's so insane.
It's so funny because, see, they look down at you, but in reality, you're the idiot spending $8,000 for a blanket that your neighbor went to that mall in Sanford and bought the exact same thing, and you're not going to know the difference.
I bought my wife a really nice pair of shoes one year, and every time we went out, I'm like, you're not wearing the nice shoes? She goes, it doesn't match what I'm wearing. I'm like, well, then buy stuff that matches it. Because you don't spend that kind of money on shoes for you to wear them occasionally.
Back to Goodwill.
You wear those things out. Yeah, that was the last thing I bought. That's the last time I went. That's the last time I big dogged. I'm like, no more of that stuff. Yeah. And she actually said the same thing, but she has one nice pair of shoes. Well, two, actually.
Well, it's true. If you wear a really nice pair of shoes, you can wear a $60 dress.
Yeah, you can.
You can pass anything off. But some of this fashion, like paying hundreds of dollars for jeans that come with the holes in it, that's just trying to be a poster child for idiots.
Well, you just want to wear the brand. I mean, there's a tennis shoe brand out there. I can't remember the name of it. And they look like old Converses. But when you look at them, they look literally like old Converses. You wouldn't even see it at a thrift store. They're so beat up, they wouldn't put them out. And they're like literally $1,900 a pair because of the brand. And it's... it's just a status symbol. You can, wear your wealth type thing. All right. Well, speaking of looking good on dates, this is another Yahoo story, and they went across the U.S. to see where some of the biggest cities were that had the best dating or that were best for single people, right? And they're dating. Unmarried population. These are the parameters.
All right.
Unmarried population between the ages of 20 and 54.
All right.
Gender balance of unmarried population. Dating spot score, restaurants, bars, cafes, museums, movie theaters, things to do per 100,000 people, it says. Share of people who live alone, cost of dating, regional price, and stuff like that. They kind of put that all into these factors of finding the city with the best place, the best date. And I will tell you, if I probably gave you 10 guesses apiece, I don't think you'd get it. And it's a city that everybody knows. We've talked about it 100 times.
Gotha.
Yeah, that's funny. Not Gotha.
Here in Florida?
No.
Oh.
How many from Florida do you think made the list?
I would say 3. Yeah.
You think so?
I was thinking Miami, Orlando, and Tampa.
Or a grand total of 0.
Why? Really?
Not one Florida city made it on this list of best cities to date in. Not one.
Minneapolis?
No.
Austin?
No.
Chicago.
It's a smaller city then, is what you're saying.
Well, it is and isn't.
Like Lincoln?
Yeah. New Orleans is the number 1 city in America to date.
What?
New Orleans.
I've heard of it. Okay.
It has a 47.7 mingling score. All right.
Okay.
A dating spot score of 34, a cost score of 4.7 for a total score of 87.3, which really kind of blew the competition away. The next one was Toledo. Listen to these cities where they say it's the best to date based on the parameters I just said. Toledo, New Haven, New York. I would think New York would be in the top there. It's so romantic, right?
No, it's expensive.
It is, but I mean, it's also...
Did you ever watch Sex in the City?
Yeah, I have. Well, no, I didn't, actually. I never saw one episode. But the fact is, I mean, we know New York classically has been a romantic city, has it not?
I think it's a romantic city for couples. I think it's a difficult city when you're single.
Providence, Rhode Island?
Who put this list together? Or have they been to Providence?
It gets better.
Oh, great.
Syracuse. Cleveland.
Isn't Syracuse the home of Dunder Mifflin?
No. That's Scranton.
Scranton. Sorry, different state.
What a terrible name.
It might be on that
list. Scranton.
I watched some episodes of The Office recently. Still funny.
Oh my God,
it holds up all the time.
I saw an interview with some dudes from Reno 911, which is a show man. Let me tell you, if you've never seen Reno 911 and you go back and watch that, it holds way up.
Yeah, it does.
Cleveland, Ohio, Buffalo, New York.
So wait, Ohio gets 2 of the top dating cities, and Florida doesn't get any.
Dude, New York. I mean, New York has New York City. They have
Syracuse,
Buffalo, and Rochester.
Buffalo.
Albany is on this.
Who made this list?
Yeah, who made this list?
Here's one for you. You ready?
Oh, God.
You want to go down at...
Madison?
Oh, are you telling me somewhere in my homeland, Oh, is it Madison or Milwaukee?
It's Milwaukee.
Is it Milwaukee?
Milwaukee
well,
made the
put
list.
it in the bag. Holy cripes.
L.A. at 12.
Why couldn't Laverne and Shirley ever get a date then?
They had Lenny and Squiggy.
L.A. at 12. Portland, Boston. I guess Baton? Oh, it has to be Baton Rouge.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because they didn't put the Rouge, though, but it's got to be Baton Akron, Ohio. Man, Ohio's killing it. Is it because these people is it because of these states are just full of single people? Is that what it is?
Sounds like it might be a lot of college towns, maybe.
Charleston, it could be West Virginia or North Carolina, right? Or South Carolina?
Charleston has the Citadel.
Vegas, San Francisco, and Philly.
Vegas. Would you think Vegas is a fun city to date in?
I would not think that at all. But those are the ones, man. I'm telling you, that's a crazy. Philly doesn't hit me as a romantic city. Like, none of these places really hit me as a romantic
let's
city.
take a drive by the drug zombies.
Exactly. Let's go down to what is that road? Oh my God, that thing is
those are some of the most
Kensington Avenue.
Yes, those are some of the most depressing videos.
It looks fake.
It does.
I remember the first time somebody sent me a link and said, "Hey, check this out. This is actually happening in Pennsylvania right now." And I went and I saw the video. I'm like, "There's no way that's real." There's literally no way that's real. People are literally just standing and rocking back and forth like zombies on the sidewalk, one after the next, and it's
bending over, just about passing out. It's
some
terrible.
of them contorted where it looks like a horror movie.
How about the two ladies working the gas station blotted out of their mind while people are standing there wait to pay for their purchases?
Oh no, I didn't see that.
Yeah, they're asleep on each other's shoulder. And then one of them like, I need to pay. Yeah, baby.
Yeah. Well, maybe they're dating. Yeah, all right. 407-916-1041. Before we get to break and go to trivia, I did want to bring up one other thing about this Epstein thing that's kind of interesting. Is do you guys know what the word ratioed means when it comes to social media?
I do not.
Ratio.
I didn't either, and I learned this today because for the first time ever since Truth Social has been around, Donald Trump got ratioed on his own platform.
What is that?
And what that means is more people commented on a post than actually liked a post.
Oh.
And I read some of them. It was not good. This was the stop paying attention to the Epstein thing, that big long post that he made. I went to read it, to kind of read it in context. And I read some of the comments, and it was not good from people who are hardcore MAGA people. Was not good. And I was like, wow, that's really weird, because I've been to Truth Social before and I've seen these posts, even the ones that were really controversial. It's almost always littered with people, go Mr. President, the kind of falling right in line. It was not the case with this. He got ratioed for the first time ever. More people commented on his post than actually liked it.
That is interesting.
First time ever. All right, 407-916.
I wonder who had to be the person to tell him that.
Oh, I think he knows.
There's no way he reads the comments.
You don't think so?
No.
You don't believe that? You think you just post and move on?
Yeah. Like most people. I think most people do that.
You think so? Do you not read any comments on the post that you put up?
For the station, I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, occasionally. I don't post a lot on my personal stuff. It's mostly the station stuff.
Yeah. I do read it, but I just read it to make sure that I don't know. Actually, the funny thing is, I read some of my Facebook stuff, but not much of the other stuff. I don't read any Instagram comments. Never. I just look at how many likes and stuff it has and make sure it's kind of meeting the requirements we have here at the station, and that's it.
Change now, mister.
Yeah, for sure. All right, 77031. That's how you text us. Don't forget your 5 o'clock keyword is bank. That's BANK. Go to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. Trivia is next. Load them up. It's time. Let's give some stuff away.
Woohoo!
Do you want to play a game? Good. Jim Colbert Show Trivia is next. Call now, 407-916-1041.
This is Chris Broussard. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by DraftKings.
Baseball's best players will hit the field tonight in Atlanta for the All-Star Game, including American League starter Junior Caminero of the Rays. Over to hoops, where the Magic continue NBA Summer League action tonight against the Thunder. Orlando's still looking for their first win out in Las Vegas. And Florida football commit Rayla McCoy dropped 100 spots in the Rivals Class of 26 rankings yesterday, mainly because of that summer workout injury. I'm Scott Davidson.
DraftKings is all about responsible gaming. It's more fun when it's for fun. So play responsibly. DraftKings, the crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 or older. Age and eligibility vary by jurisdiction.
Tools Ace Hardware now carrying Steel zero-turn mowers. Man, everybody knows Steel, recognized as one of the top brands in outdoor power equipment, but now these guys are flipping the switch and offering the best in zero-turn mowers. From homeowner to professional, Steel does have the perfect zero-turn mower for your landscaping needs. Get 0% financing plus instant rebates on select Steel mowers. And don't forget, Tools has trained techs in their stores ready to service and repair your Steel equipment. Steel zero-turn mowers now available at all 11 Tools Ace Hardware locations that sell Steel outdoor power equipment. It's Tools Ace, your local helpful place.
It's warm outside, but sizzling inside BJ's Wholesale Club with red-hot summer savings. Get scorching weekly deals like cherries for $1.99 a pound and $1 off green grapes and corn with a digital coupon now through July 21st. Not hot enough? Get up to 25% off grocery store prices, plus same-day delivery and curbside pickup. Crank the AC and we'll bring it to you. Then fill up with everyday low prices at BJ's Gas. Not a member? Join now for hot savings every day. BJ's, absurdly simple savings.
Summer is in full swing here in Florida, complete with lots of sunshine, heat, humidity, perfect ingredients for the beach, but really tough on your old windows and doors, right? No problem, though. Replace them with the beautiful designs from Renewal by Andersen. One reason, longevity. Unlike traditional vinyl, Renewal by Andersen's Acclaim windows and doors use Fibrex, which doesn't warp, crack, or degrade over time, meaning your windows and doors are going to last a lot longer. As Stephanie says, the appointment from beginning to end was amazing, very friendly and knowledgeable. Would recommend them to anyone. Renewal by Andersen has a great deal to help you get started. Buy 4 windows or doors and get the 5th free. Plus 0 down, 0 payments, and 0% interest for 18 months. Call Renewal by Andersen today for your free design consultation. It's simple. Dial pound 250 from your cell phone. That's pound 250. Say the keyword best windows and be connected in seconds. You'll have the option to receive a one-time auto dial text message from iHeartMedia. Official partner of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. License number CGC 1527613.
A golf instructor who knows technique can improve an aspiring pro swing. But one who really cares can help transform a career.
There he is, your new champion.
When you team up with someone who knows a lot and cares even more, you're unstoppable. At Truist, we believe the same is true for banking. Truist, leaders in banking, unwavering in care. Truist Bank, member FDIC, leading based on top 10 U.S. commercial bank.
If you want your windows there in weeks, pick up the phone and just text Reese.
Want to win $15,000 in new impact windows from Reese Windows? Pick up your phone and text the word WOW to 20129. That's WOW to 20129.
It's the Freedom Sale at Greenway Kia. Central Florida's largest Kia inventory is tariff-free and marked down thousands below MSRP. Qualified buyers, no payments all summer. No payments until next fall. Central Florida, my kids and I have been wanting to see you in a Kia for more than 20 years. Come join our family because we want to see you in a Kia. The Freedom Sale is on now. Click greenwaykias.com or visit us on East Colonial, West Colonial, or 1792 in Longwood.
Negative equity refinanced. Offer subject to lender approval guidelines. Expires 8/15/25.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment changeouts and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. Good news. We offer HELOCs and home equity lines of credit with scores as low as 640. Find out if you're qualified today at thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Since 2002, Precision Garage Door Service has been proudly serving the Orlando community. Noisy garage door? Get our quiet door deal where you buy a belt drive motor and get free rollers. Worried about the weather? Understood. Get a tune-up and roller replacement for your garage door today. Want to give your house a glow up? Got you covered. Get a new garage door and get 20% off. Local and reliable, Precision Garage Door Service of Orlando provides same-day service. Visit us online or call Precision Garage Door Service of Orlando today. Precision Garage Door. Garage doors done right.
Do you know a teacher that desperately needs a vacation? Well, I'm here to help. I'm attorney Mo DeWitt, and I'm giving one lucky teacher a free cruise. All you have to do is nominate them at justcallmo.com/cruise. That's justcallmo.com/cruise.
Are you tired of blurry vision and the hassle of glasses? The Filatowski Eye Institute has been earning Central Florida's trust for over 35 years with more than 65,000 LASIK procedures performed. And I know firsthand, my son was one of those people. Right now, schedule your free LASIK exam and get $500 off each eye. That's $1,000 in savings if you elect a procedure. This offer's for a limited time. Call 800-EYE-EXAM to get started. That's 800-EYE-EXAM. The Filatowski Eye Institute. Trusted, local, life-changing.
Sunnyside Electric.
Hello, I need a new electrical outlet.
We are learning about pickleball today.
Okay.
Isn't that a funny name?
What about my electrical?
Pickleball.
I should have called Frank Gay.
Oh, it's like miniature tennis.
I'm calling Frank Gay.
When you need electrical work in your home, you need a trustworthy electrician who can clearly explain how to solve any dilemma. That's the Frank Gay way.
That's the Frank Gay way.
FrankGayServices.com.
This earful of Rail Radio is sponsored by RC Hill Mitsubishi, Highway 1792 in DeLand.
This is Real Radio 104.1 on your phone with the iHeartRadio app and on hundreds of devices like Alexa, Google Home, Xbox, and Sonos. We are an iHeartRadio station. You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show.
So you know your friends have just dumb money when you're out to dinner with them and they're holding your baby and your friend is burping the baby after he got done eating and he promptly pukes all over her Hermes scarf and sweater and and she treated it like it was no big deal. That's how you know you have dumb money.
Yeah, because that's three grand. For the scarf, I think, is like $1,100. All right, welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. Bank.
What did you get your wife that year? That you went into the Hermes store?
That's the year I got her the nice shoes.
Okay.
I got her, it's the...
Oh, you got her, was that the year you got her the Christian Louboutin?
Yeah, she got a pair of red bottoms that year.
Ooh, she got bloody bottom. Hey, now.
And a matching purse that year.
Oh, nice.
It was a big year that year. She got a nice bonus. I bought her something nice with it.
Until you didn't see her wearing them.
That was my jackiest move of all time. Oh, you get a bonus? Let me go shopping for you. That's how much I love you. I'll spend your money on you. Bank is your 5 o'clock keyword. You got a few minutes to get over to realradio.fm and send that out for your chance at $1,000. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here.
Yeah, he is.
And he has the Jackie sack. What's in it?
All aboard.
Chugga chugga.
Choo-choo.
Lickety-clack, lickety-clack.
Here we go. Got a pair of prizes. Something happening this Saturday night. I'm excited about it. We have some tickets to give away for you to see Toto with Men at Work and Christopher Cross. This happens at the Mid-Florida Credit Union Amphitheater on July 19th. We can't take Brightline there, but you can take I-4 and get there eventually, like I will, this Saturday. Also in the Jackie Sack, a pair of tickets to SeaWorld's Bands, Brew, and Barbecue.
Nice.
Delicious food, cocktails, and ice cold craft beer. You can catch live concerts and be sure to stay for the spectacular all-new Ignite Drones and Fireworks Show. Don't miss SeaWorld's Bands, Brew, and Barbecue every weekend now through August 24th. You can find out more at SeaWorldOrlando.com. Those are your prizes in the Jackie Sack today.
So it's back to you, clickety-clack.
Thank you. 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5.
Oh, let's honor the second day of the week by going number 2.
There you go. Luke, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, how y'all doing?
Doing great. Want to play a little game with us, boss?
Let's do it.
Let's do it indeed.
Game show.
All right, Luke, this is a very easy game. Got a question here for you. 4 answers. One of these answers is untrue.
No.
But if you can find it, Luke, I will send you over to the old Jackie Sack and let you pick out something nice. You ready?
I'm ready.
Here we go, buddy. On this day in 2016. The massive Netflix original hit Stranger Things debuts.
Oh, wow.
That's right. Here are 3 fun facts about Stranger Things and 1 upside-down lie.
Did you say 2016?
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
I know. Hard to believe. That's almost 10 years old.
Yeah. All right, buddy, we're talking about the show Stranger Things. Which one of these is untrue? Number 1, 1,213 kids auditioned for the show. 906 boys, 307 girls. Number 2, in the first season of Stranger Things, the character 11 only has 42 lines. Number 3, the show was originally called Montauk. or lastly, it's the only show in Netflix history to be guaranteed 3 seasons before the first episode was produced. Which one of those is a lie?
I'm going to go with the last one.
That's the one, buddy.
Yeah.
You're a winner. Yeah, good
That was
job,
my
dude.
pick.
Was it really?
Yeah.
God, dog it.
Because the other one sounded right.
Well, the thing is, I thought it was because it was so popular.
Yeah.
I thought for sure that it would be like one of those things where, you could see Netflix picking it up immediately and guaranteeing to produce it.
I just saw they announced the 5th and final season.
Yeah.
I stopped somewhere in season 3.
Season 2 was after season 2. It actually even started getting a little corny after season 2. I was done, and I didn't like the monster.
That was with Rudy, right?
Yeah.
In season 2.
I didn't care for the monster. I thought the monster was stupid, so I didn't care for it anymore.
Yeah, take that.
Yeah.
Jim thought you're stupid.
Picky
monster.
about your monsters, huh?
1,200 kids did audition for the show. The first season of Stranger Things, the character 11, the main character, only has 11 or 42 lines in the entire movie. And a lot of it was screaming. And the original show was called Montauk. That's what it was written under, Montauk.
Really?
Which I guess is a city or something, is where it is. Here's some other things you may not know about Stranger Things before we get to the top of the hour. Millie Bobby Brown, who plays 11 in the show, was actually on the cusp of quitting acting when she landed the role at 11 years old.
Really?
Yeah, she was about to give up the entire thing and go on to something else.
Wow.
Think about how that changed her life.
Oh, yeah.
Now she's married to John Bon Jovi's son. That dude's worth like $100 billion. So she went from being a no-name actress to being one of the most successful shows in Netflix history to being married to rock and roll royalty in America. And she almost quit.
Well, it's a good thing she didn't. 'cause
There's a lesson.
Yeah, she's a compelling character.
Chief Hopper, played by the actor David Harbour, which is he's a great actor, by the way, wears a fedora hat instead of a sheriff's hat or a chief's hat. Did you notice that?
Oh, yeah.
Do you know what that's for? That's an homage to Indiana Jones.
Really?
Because they wanted the character to seem adventurous when he's out saving the kids or doing these things against this monster. They wanted him to seem like, a real swashbuckler, so they gave him an Indiana Jones hat.
That makes sense.
Yep. Tom Cruise gave his permission to have his likeness shown in the movie because in Eleven's bedroom, or one of the bedrooms, there's a Tom Cruise poster. And theoretically, they would have to pay him or get his permission to show his likeness on the show, but he gave them his blessing and allowed them to show his poster while shooting the show. It was based in the 80s.
Yeah, I wonder how much, and that's one of the huge things. It was so nostalgic that first season it hit. It was actually like you're reliving.
It's the music that did it to me.
Oh, yeah.
Until they beat it to death with that Kate Bush song.
Yeah, they did.
So I did see that season. Yeah, because I do remember running up that hill.
That was the third season, was it not?
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I guess.
Okay, so how do you think they got the thing to look like the 80s? Because it does have a feel of the 80s, does it not?
Shot it on video?
No.
This
is crazy. Like, I don't even know. Like, I guess maybe I don't know because it just sounds more cumbersome. There obviously has to be a technique to do this. They actually added a in post, they added an 80s grain to every single frame of it.
Yeah.
Wow.
To every frame to give that vintage feel of being shot in the 80s. And then lastly here, how many studios rejected the show before Netflix picked it up and agreed to produce it?
I'll go 3.
7.
11.
Wow.
I mean, 11 studios said hard pass, no thanks to your savant child with Crazy Monster in the Upside Down world.
And now you have 11 studios going, why?
Yeah.
Why?
Wait, you have 11 people fired is what you have.
It's funny. It almost seems like it would have been a Netflix creation from the start.
Yeah.
It does seem like that.
When they, because they use all that data like they did with House of Cards, their first original series. They have so much information on the people who watch Netflix.
Oh,
you know, myself included. They know what you watch, when you pause it. Where you pause it, where you replay, how many times you rewatch. So they have all of this data on what is popular. So they, cherry pick
Tweak
all
it,
this stuff and they create, projects out of that.
So crazy, man. When you read the story of it, it's actually pretty darn interesting. It's the two brothers, two twin brothers, I guess. That
Duffer?
The Duffer brothers or whatever. Yeah. And it's just kind of an interesting way that they shot it and how they kind of created the vibe on the set. And it said also something interesting. I remember seeing it for the first time and thinking to myself when they got into that weird world part, I'm like, God dang, how much did this cost to produce this show? Because some of those sets look so unreal, but they said it really wasn't that bad. That for every set that they had to build for the underworld part of it, that the rest of it was just kind of shot in a small town and really didn't require a lot of staging, which it was kind of interesting.
A small town that hasn't changed a lot in the since the 80s.
Yeah.
And they had to
I know a town like that.
they had to have a 4.5-hour meeting to talk Winona Ryder into doing the show. She did not want to do it. She didn't understand it. So they literally had to kind of lock her in a room and explain the entire thing before she would agree to do it. And it changed her career, too.
Yeah, it did. Another resurgence.
Yeah, it did. All right, so 407-916-1041. When we come back, I want to tell you guys, let me see what I got here. There's 20 states in America where people are dying faster than the birth rate.
What?
20. I'll tell you if we're one next.
No.
Make Real Radio 104.1 number one on your presets on our all-new iHeartRadio app and get cool stuff at Real Radio events. Get the app for free in your app store.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center, Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
2 right lanes are blocked and the off-ramps partially blocked on I-4 westbound at Champions Gate Boulevard. There's a crash blocking multiple lanes on I-4 eastbound at Lee Road. Look out for emergency crews off to the shoulder clearing up an accident on the Turnpike southbound past that Hancock Road exit there. 2 left lanes are blocked on John Young Parkway southbound at Hunters Creek Boulevard. The roadways are busy. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Allstate. Some people just know you could save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Those people are probably saving a carload of cash right now. So what are you waiting for? Check Allstate first for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate.
And no question, summers in Florida can be and are brutal when it comes to the heat that we experience. But if you have a team like Mills Air on your side, you really don't have to worry about that very much. These guys are awesome at keeping your home nice and cool. They've been doing it since 1992, 30-plus years of experience in keeping you and your family nice and comfy in your home. And their techs are awesome people. Not only do they know these systems inside and out, they're also very courteous people. They'll never make you feel uncomfortable while they're working on your property. Plus, Mills Air is a Carrier Factory authorized dealer. That is important. It can get you up to $1,275 in rebates towards a brand new Carrier unit. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier and always turn to family-owned and operated Mills Air. Call these guys today. It's 407-277-1159. Find them online at millsair.com.
Yeehaw! R.C. Hill here, your deputy tariff sheriff. See, tariffs are coming in, and they're fixing to drive up car prices. But I locked and loaded massive inventory before the tariffs hit. That means you could get exclusive access to my pre-tariff rides. You could even drive for no money down. So come check out the new Mitsubishi Outlander, or the new Mirage at 43 miles per gallon with a lifetime warranty. Only when you visit me, the tariff sheriff. See, at R.C. Hill, we're all about affordability. My solution specialists are the toughest around. So don't spend another minute in a car you hate. Right now, I'll pay way over appraised value for your old ride regardless of condition. And who knows when car prices will be this low again. Plus, I've got over 200 certified used cars, trucks, and SUVs. But hurry, when they're gone, they're gone. I'm R.C. Hill, your car dealer next door. 2 locations, DeLand and Ocala. Get a sneak peek of all my pre-tariff rides at rchill.com. That's rchill.com.
$0 down in credit requires bank approval. Vehicle purchase price determines actual trade allowance. Offer ends June 30, 2025.
Eye Candy Energy Drink. The official drink of the summer is here. 3 delicious flavors: original, sugar-free, and sugar-free cotton candy. Get yours at eyeCandyEnergyDrink.com. Eye Candy Energy Drink.
Tune in to Operation Stormwatch on iHeartRadio, brought to you by Eustace Roofing. Small leaks can become big problems with heavy and continuous rain. Take a preventative step and schedule a no-charge roof inspection. Eustace Roofing, the real roofers, real craftsmen, real professionals, real experts.
Are you prepared for the future? At TK Law Firm, they understand the importance of securing your legacy. Whether you're looking for a will or trust, they can help. Don't leave your legacy to chance. Visit onefirmforlife.com for your free consultation. Protect what matters most. TK Law Firm, your partner in estate planning excellence.
Tired of taking allergy pills every day to treat your allergies? Aspire Allergy and Sinus has helped thousands, including me, who spent years suffering before finally doing something. Like Erin, whose migraines were alleviated almost immediately after her sinus surgery with Aspire. Or Julie, who didn't even realize it was allergy season because she felt so much better after taking her allergy drops. Fixing your allergies is easier than you think it is. Go to aspireallergy.com to set your appointment today. That's aspireallergy.com.
Here's what the car insurance companies may think they know after a car crash. They know you probably don't know what your claim is worth, or how to calculate pain and suffering, lost wages and future earnings, current and future medical expenses, or diminished value to your car. But guess what? We do. And if we don't win your case, you owe us nothing. For a fairer fight, you know who to call. Farah and Farah. Orlando.
Some things can steal your sunshine. Ugh, I just got my hair done.
Sorry, the cooler's broken. Anyone see my flip-flops? Anyone?
But COVID-19 can steal a lot more.
I just took a COVID test. Ugh.
Prescription medications for COVID exist. If you test positive this summer, ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com/COVID-19 to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell. Divorce is complicated, especially when a professional practice or a small business is involved and, of course, on the line. At Cordell & Cordell, we know the years of work that you've invested and what's at stake. For over 35 years, we've helped guide doctors, lawyers, and business owners through the complex process to protect their businesses that they've spent their lives building. Call Cordell & Cordell today because your business is more than a job, it's your legacy.
Orlando, Florida. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois. CordellCordell.com.
Eustace Roofing. New roof, no mess.
Are you shopping for hurricane impact windows? Get your free quote now, reeswindows.com.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. From car accidents to personal injury cases, Mo has you covered. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1, Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeartRadio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free, new and improved iHeartRadio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, GRAND, G-R-A-N-D, GRAND. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
Okay, so even though it is smart to have the railway system mimic the highway system in Florida, the main variable that you are forgetting is the amount of dumb Floridians that get stuck on the tracks and cause all these accidents. So, while it is smart, gotta remember them.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. GRAND is your 6 o'clock keyword. That's G-R-A-N-D. Slide over to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. Had a winner yesterday at 5 o'clock.
Yeah, you did.
Time for some more cash out there. Go get it, guys. GRAND is your 6 o'clock keyword. We wish you the very best.
Good luck.
I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
Hello.
Oh, I was waiting.
All right.
It's been a while.
And this is one of those things we kind of heard about now in a number of countries, much less states, but where the population is dropping faster than it's being replenished. We heard about this in China. Some places in Europe are experiencing this.
Japan, I believe.
Japan is experiencing this as well. And here in the U.S., there are a number of states that are also experiencing this. Actually, I think about 20 of them, as of right now, have more people dying in the state than people being born in the state. Now, the funny thing is they make a big deal out of that. Like when you hear people talking about it, it's a big deal. And I've never understood why that's such a big deal.
It's because of a pyramid system I think we've built with our economy.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, where you need to, whether it's the tax base or feeding into Social Security, because the Social Security that seniors are collecting now are being paid by the money we are putting into the system.
Sure, yeah.
And so as a bigger population base goes to retire, you need the following one to supplement that financial need. And if it's not big enough, that's one of the areas where you're gonna struggle. Also, it's like governments want to grow their population, but then you look at the problem that we are on a planet with limited resources, where it's only going to make things harder and tougher.
And we've talked about AI affecting that because of the AI's impact on medicine and how, it's going to be able to help exponentially figure out
Living
diseases
longer,
and things like that. So the average life expectancy in the next 10 years is probably going to grow 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
I mean, just from what just from what I've read they're doing with Alzheimer's and Parkinson's alone, not even mentioning the cancer therapies that are being created out of this, it's going to be a big, big deal. And of course, Jack's right. There's limited resources. So you have 8 billion people on the planet now, and you can start doing the math. I mean, how many more can you take? Blah, blah, blah. But in the States.
You're asking me personally, not many.
Yeah, right. Can I tell you too many now?
Yeah.
What state do you think what state do you think leads the pack?
When it comes to
this is a minus 16,000, almost minus 17,000 population. In other words, 130,000 people were born in this state, but 147,000 people died in this state.
Nebraska popped into my mind.
Can I tell you, there's no rhyme or reason.
Rhode Island.
It's funny. Rhode Island is the very last one.
Really?
Yeah, Rhode Island is the very last one. 10,000 people born and 10,002 born, 10,007 died. So a minus of 435 people.
All right. Where was my guess?
Where'd you say?
Nebraska.
Nebraska, I don't even think is even on here.
Wyoming.
Wyoming is on here for sure. Wisconsin is.
Really?
Wisconsin, 60,049 people born, 60,590 people died for a minus of 541. Wyoming is number 22. It's just out of the reach.
Wow.
So it just made it in. Pennsylvania's number 1. 130,000 people born, 147,000 people died for a minus of almost 17,000 people. Where do you think Florida falls in this, if it does?
Oh, it does.
Oh, it does.
Yeah. I'm going to say, well, we're not number 1, but we're going to be top 5.
Oh, good one, Deb. 7.
Yeah, number 2.
Oh!
We're the second on this list. 224,433 people born in 2022, and 239,119 people died for a minus of 15,000 people.
That's okay. They're all moving here from New York and California
Right, exactly.
and Texas, so we're making up for it.
And it's funny, so you can make arguments. Like we know for Florida, for sure, it makes sense because people move here when they're older. It actually makes more sense for people to pass away here than in other places you would assume, like maybe Arizona.
I was just going to say that's got to put Arizona high up on the list because they're another retirement mecca.
But Arizona isn't on this list.
Wow.
I think maybe because you think the health is better in Arizona than here?
I don't know about that.
Yeah, I don't either. But I mean, is the environment more deadly in Florida than it is in Arizona? I mean, Arizona's heat is almost as
It's worse, I would say.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't have the humidity or the storms and stuff that we have here.
But it has where you don't leave your house kind of heat.
Right. Now, when you start throwing in drug issues, which comes in interesting, where do you think that? Then what states start falling in?
West Virginia,
number 3.
Oh wow,
that's right. 16,929 born, 27,000 507 died for a minus of 10,000 people. That's a super small state with a very low population. That's got to be drug related. I mean, it's got at least some of that has to be drug related for sure. Ohio comes in there, Michigan, Maine, Oregon, Kentucky, Alabama, Delaware, South Carolina, Mississippi, Missouri, Tennessee, a lot of southern states in there if you're noticing.
Yeah.
A lot of southern states. Matter of fact, I think the entire South is in here almost. I mean, when you look at it, Florida, let's see.
Florida, Louisiana.
Kentucky, Alabama, South Carolina, Mississippi, Tennessee, Arkansas, all on the list.
The only one you're missing was Georgia and North Carolina.
Georgia is not on there. North Carolina not on there. I thought Louisiana would be in there as well, but it's not.
Surprised.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. North Carolina 39 on the list. California almost dead last. California and Texas are 49 and 50 respectively. In California, 419,000 people born, 313,000 people passed. So they have 105,000 more people than left. And that's kind of weird because people have been leaving California. I thought it would change.
Texture proffers that a drier climate equals less disease.
Yeah, I think so. Because if you'll remember back in the day when you would get certain ailments on the East Coast, what would doctors recommend?
Yeah.
You go taking the moist tea.
Move out west.
Oh, out west.
Go in the dry, especially with lung issues.
Yeah.
Go out west, get in the drier air, and that will solve some of your problems. That I remember that specifically. So I don't know if that's why. I mean, Arizona is. I mean, New York is up there, is low.
Where's New Mexico?
New Mexico is...
It's near Arizona.
Yeah, that's funny. New Mexico is 17, so they're definitely on the list.
Yeah.
And then Jersey.
What about Jersey, baby?
Jersey's 45th. I mean, Jersey's doing okay.
Most densely populated state, more eggplants produced than any other state.
I didn't know that. They're eggplant leaders?
More toxic waste dumps than any other state.
And did you guys see the economy news? What state has the best economy?
No.
This is a CNBC story, and it was talking about the best economies per state in the country. How do you think we did in that one?
Oh, I think we're top 10, certainly. Top 5, probably.
Yeah, they only have the top 10 up here, so the number one.
We're number one?
We're the number one economy in the U.S.
Wow, we took that away from California?
Yeah, number one economy. A 2025 economy score, 363 out of 445 points. We are an A-plus graded credit rating with a GDP of 1.34 trillion. Job growth at 1.4%. Debt rating and outlook, AAA stable.
Wow.
Yeah, very good.
Yay, us.
Yeah. It's Florida, Texas, North Carolina, Delaware, New York, Washington, Idaho, Utah, Georgia, and South Carolina, all coming in the top 10 for best economies, which is kind of crazy. We have three southern states in there.
Yeah.
4, actually. You consider Texas a southern state, by the way?
No, I consider them west.
Yeah.
That's cowboy country.
Yeah. It is weird, though, because I think they probably consider themselves part of the Southwest, maybe.
I don't know. Anything west of the Mississippi isn't like, because, Arizona's not considered southern.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
New Mexico's not considered southern.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's more west.
Yeah.
Texas is its own. Texas is Texas.
Yeah, Texas is Texas.
And if you've ever driven through Texas, it was flatter than pea on a plate.
Yeah.
But when you see a real cowboy driving herds of cattle and traffic has to stop and all those longhorns crossing the road, it was pretty cool. And when you see a man literally wearing a belt buckle the size of a dinner plate.
They had those in New Mexico, too.
Oh,
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, my wife has driven back and forth from Florida to Oklahoma a few times in her life earlier, and she said driving through Texas was absolute misery.
Misery.
Absolute misery.
Yeah.
I-10 through Texas is just as bad as it gets.
It's just flat.
It's just
New
nothing.
New Mexico's, it's weird. I'm telling you, New Mexico has a vibe unlike any other state I've ever been to. You drive those desert roads and you just feel something.
I loved it.
It's great.
I loved it. But you feel something in New Mexico you don't feel in Southern California, you don't feel in Texas.
I agree with that. There's a bunch of nothing out there, though, man. You get on one of those roads.
It feels like it's something.
Hours of nothing.
Yeah.
I think I did like 800 miles driving in that week. I was there.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, 407-916-1041. You can always text us 77031. Don't forget your 6 o'clock keyword is grand. That's GRAND. Go to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. It's only money next with our buddy Scott Brown from Edgewater Family Wealth.
Real Radio is the news junkie.
At $5 a piece, that's $357,000 they made.
I'm stealing that idea for our next event.
They said $1 from each shot was donated to a school's local food bank.
Except for that part.
The news junkie. Weekdays at 11 on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Emergency crews have cleared that accident on I-4 westbound at Champions Gate Boulevard. The right lane's blocked on I-4 eastbound at Lee Road. Traffic's starting to pass by a little bit better there. There's a crash getting cleared up off to the shoulder on the Turnpike southbound, just past that Hancock Road exit there. Keep an eye out for emergency crews on the roadways tonight. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Moffitt Cancer Center. Moffitt Cancer Center, Florida's top choice for cancer care. Located in Tampa, Moffitt cancer experts work together to offer personalized treatment plans to provide the best possible outcomes. Moffitt, a cancer center like no other. Learn more at moffitt.org.
Hey everybody, Jim Colbert here from my friends over at Eustis Roofing. Don't let the name fool you. Yes, it is Eustis Roofing, but they serve all of Central Florida. And let me tell you, when I say serve, how about since 1959? 65 years in the roofing business is unheard of. But in 2021, they were the National Roofing Company of the Year. And yes, they are trusted. They can get everything you need, and they run the cleanest site in the business. Not to mention, no interest financing is available, and they are metal roofing experts, which means they actually manufacture that on site, absolutely perfectly fitting your home every time, and they may be able to satisfy your insurance carrier by simply cleaning or rejuvenating your roof, adding years to it. Just visit EustisRoofing.com to schedule your free estimate today. The real roofers, real craftsmen, real professionals, and real experts. It's Eustis Roofing.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by Eye Candy Energy Drink. Taste the sweet life.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One, is back in Vegas.
T-Mobile Arena.
September 19th and 20th, streaming live only on Hulu. 15 artists, 2 nights, 1 stage. Get tickets now at AXS.com.
Lenovo and the iHeartRadio Music Festival. Tech that hits different. Can your gear keep up with the beat? Lenovo PCs are built for creators, dreamers, and fans who don't hit pause. Visit Lenovo.com for the latest in AI PCs and game-changing tech.
Since 2002, Precision Garage Door Service has been proudly serving the Orlando community. Noisy garage door? Get our quiet door deal where you buy a belt drive motor and get free rollers. Worried about the weather? Understood. Get a tune-up and roller replacement for your garage door today. Want to give your house a glow up? Got you covered. Get a new garage door and get 20% off. Local and reliable, Precision Garage Door Service of Orlando provides same-day service. Visit us online or call Precision Garage Door Service of Orlando today. Precision Garage Door. Garage doors done right.
I'm Ultima Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Every time one of my children started driving, it was terrifying. Thousands of accidents happen across the country. We see it every day. If you've been injured in a car accident, call us.
Dial #law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
When storm damage hits, call the pros. Paul Davis Restoration. On call 24/7, giving you peace of mind and restoring your home or business. When things go wrong, they do what's right. Call Paul Davis Restoration, serving all of coastal and central Florida.
Texting privacy policy and terms and conditions posted at textingterms.us. Texting enrolls you for recurring automated text marketing messages. Message data rates may apply. Reply stop, opt out.
Are you making the most of your time outdoors? With Invisible Fence brand, you can. It's not just about keeping your pet safe. It's about giving your best friend freedom and giving you peace of mind. Our professional installation and certified pet trainers come to you and make outdoor safety custom fit for your home, your yard, and your dog. It's easy, reliable, and with the Invisible Fence brand, pet owners are saving $150 with a free consultation. Whether you're throwing the ball pickleball, grilling dinner, or just watching the sunset, Invisible Fence brand helps you enjoy more of those little moments with your pet without worrying about where they'll wander, knowing that they're safe. Give your pet the freedom they deserve and yourself the confidence to enjoy every season. Invisible Fence brand, where freedom meets protection.
Right now, pet owners are saving $150 with a free consultation when they text Invisible Fence brand. Text VALID to 323232. That's VALID to 323232. VALID to 323232.
Do you know a teacher that desperately needs a vacation? Well, I'm here to help. I'm attorney Mo DeWitt, and I'm giving one lucky teacher a free cruise. All you have to do is nominate them at justcallmo.com/cruise. That's justcallmo.com/cruise.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
If you've been in a big truck accident, you need a lawyer that specializes in big trucks. A lawyer who knows all the federal traffic rules that can affect your case.
And who can navigate the complex web of laws dealing with the trucking company, the leasing company, the shipper, and all the other details that can complicate your case.
At Farah & Farah, we've seen it all, and we're ready to go the long haul to fight for you. Orlando.
It's the Freedom Sale at Greenway Kia, where Central Florida's largest Kia inventory is tariff-free and marked down thousands off MSRP. Make your summer extra hot in a new 2025 Kia K4 LXS. Lease it for just $119 a month, 24 months, $36.25 due at signing, and zero security deposit. I'm Joe Rossi, and I want to see it in a Kia. Click or visit greenwaykias.com today.
Qualified applicants through KFA includes $650 acquisition fee, 10,000 miles per year, plus tax title license, $899 dealer, and $249.50 doc fee. Expires 8/15/25.
It's one thing to suffer from allergies as an adult, but it's really tough on kids. Running around with sniffles or stuffy nose during recess or practice. Not to mention, it's hard to concentrate in school when you're not feeling well. And then you feel bad because you forgot to give them their allergy meds before they left. All of that can be a thing of the past, thanks to Aspire Allergy and Sinus. They've helped thousands, including children, with their kid-friendly allergy testing and pain-free allergy drops. Schedule your appointment today while the kids are out of school. Go to aspireallergy.com. That's aspireallergy.com.
Are you prepared for the future? At TK Law Firm, they understand the importance of securing your legacy. Whether you're looking for a will or trust, they can help. Don't leave your legacy to chance. Visit onefirmforlife.com for your free consultation. Protect what matters most. TK Law Firm, your partner in estate planning excellence.
Some things can steal your sunshine. Ugh, I just got my hair done.
Sorry, the cooler's broken. Anyone see my flip-flops? Anyone?
But COVID-19 can steal a lot more.
I just took a COVID test. Ugh.
Prescription medications for COVID exist. If you test positive this summer, ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com/COVID-19 to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Commercial contractors. Managing a successful business means managing your customers' needs. Appointments, payments, service histories, it's almost another full-time job. And ServiceTitan, the business management platform for the trades, knows 2 jobs is too many. With the all-new customer portal feature, your commercial customers can schedule services, make online payments, and access important equipment data 24 hours a day. This translates to less overhead, less administrative work, and more revenue for you. Learn how ServiceTitan helps maximize efficiency. Visit ServiceTitan.com to request a demo today. That's ServiceTitan.com.
I can't think about my Uncle Chris without thinking about the craziest night of my life. The Uncle Chris podcast tells the story of my Uncle Chris, a real character, a garbage truck driver from South Carolina who is now buried alongside the founding families of Panama. Wild stories about adventure, romance, crime, history, and war intertwine as I share the tall tales and hard truths that have helped me understand Uncle Chris. Listen to Uncle Chris on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Follow Uncle Chris and start listening on the free iHeart Radio app today.
Are you shopping for hurricane impact windows? Get your free quote now, reesewindows.com.
Listening to The Jim Colbert Show, also available to watch at The Jim Colbert Show on YouTube.
Welcome back to The Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. Your 6 o'clock keyword is grand, G-R-A-N-D. Slide over to realradio.fm and send that off for your chance at $1,000. Grand, guys. That is your 6 o'clock keyword. Good luck. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
Hello.
Let's do It's Only Money.
Helping people passionate about planning for their future rise above investment myths to build real wealth.
Isn't that really just common sense financial advice?
It's both.
Oh, okay.
It's Only Money with Scott Brown from Edgewater Family Wealth.
Good loud for everybody. Scott Brown. Edgewater Family Wealth. EdgewaterFamilyWealth.com. Right there on Edgewater Drive. 38 plus years as a fiduciary and financial planner right here in Central Florida, trying to make sure that your money lasts as long as you do. And I will not charge you for that.
You won't charge me for that?
You put that right on a T-shirt.
I like that. Make your money last as long as you do. You know, that's probably critical.
How about 1 day longer? Yeah, one day longer.
Right?
I should probably write that down.
Scott Brown, of course, like I said, Edgewater Family Wealth, been in business for 38 years here in Central Florida, which is tough in the finance business because you got to have a lot of trust, I would think, with your clients to stay around that long.
Yeah, it's tough in a lot of ways. It's a stressful job sometimes. So it's just me being alive long enough to see your money through is a challenge. But
what are the toughest times for you? Like, I mean, obviously, like times like 08 and, post-pandemic and stuff like that, those are gimmies. But are there other times that that there are sectors that kind of react a way that maybe you wouldn't recognize as a non-financial person that could affect your long-term financial health?
Well, I think the toughest times are the beginnings and ends of cycles. When we first go into a downturn, it gets tough because people panic and their expectations are for whatever happened right before that, right? So if the market's been going up, and then it turns, it confuses people. They get a little bit antsy, and we have to keep them in their seats. And then a lot of times when the market's doing really well, that can be problematic because people now are kind of prone to taking more risk than they should because they think, oh, this is going gangbusters.
Yeah.
There's no way it's going to slow down.
Right, yeah.
Based, again, on hindsight bias, that's what did happen. So sometimes we have to convince people to calm down just a little bit and stick to their guns.
Yeah. And I would think that would be hard because people, of course, and again, now more than ever with social media out there and them getting fed every little idea of what this can or can't do for you or any of that stuff.
I mean, they're inundated with information. I mean, you go on TikTok or you go on Instagram or any number of social media places, and you're going to be bombarded with ideas, right?
Yeah.
And it's all fear cells. It's all, if the world ends, my thing is the thing to be in. Or did you hear about the great 401k ripoff? Buy my thing instead. I mean, again, I've said it on the show a lot of times. If the driving force behind your investment decision is fear,
bad news.
It is a bad decision.
Yeah, how many people came to you and said, "Hey, Scott, I've been reading and I think I want to cash out all my investments and buy gold"?
Yeah, I mean, I've had the gold bugs. I get the gold bugs all the time.
You have a name for them? I love it.
I do. The gold bugs come out. Well, and it's not their fault a lot of times because what happens as the economy turns down a little bit or if there's turmoil or political strife, you'll see the ads on TV, right? So the former secretary of whatever is
right here.
Yeah, on CNBC. I wasn't going to say that. Was the former head of the Treasury Department is on CNBC selling gold coins. When the world ends, my gold coin's going to be the only thing you should have because it's going to save you from the apocalypse, which is, I always find hilarious. I always say to people, so let me get this straight. This guy is telling you that gold is the only currency. In fact, not just gold, but his gold coin is the only currency that's going to be valuable when the world ends, and he's going to give it to you.
Yeah.
He's got it already.
This guy.
Wouldn't he just hang on to it?
The greatest guy ever.
He's such a good guy, this guy.
So before we get in, we do have some stuff to cover, but I did want to ask you this stuff because I find it interesting. So when people come, let's say two clients come to you. One client came from an affluent family, right? And he has worked his whole life, but he did come from an affluent family, and he's got a certain amount of money, right? And then somebody else comes to you. They did not come from an affluent family. They literally built their wealth from the ground up by working hard and saving. Do you find that one of those profiles is easier to deal with than the other? I would think that somebody who had earned every dime and really watched themselves would be way more protective and involved in their investments than someone who was just maybe a little bit more entitled from birth.
Interesting question.
It's actually the opposite.
Is it really?
Yeah, the guy who, in this case, we'll say it's a guy, and the guy who worked hard and saved the money and was in the day-to-day grind of life, they tend to be more, first of all, they know how they did it. This is what I always tell people. So the problem with inherited money, and not that everybody who inherits money struggles with this, but oftentimes what I see is when they get that money, they become tight-fisted, they become worried, they become paranoid. And the reason for that is they don't know how that money was made.
Oh, that's so cool.
They don't know how it was made, and they don't know how they'd get it back if they lost it.
Wow.
Whereas the guy who's been working for 30-some odd, he's like, listen, man, I did it. I did it. And they also, I think the working person in our example also appreciates the effort of the team, the effort of the person they're hiring, whereas a person who inherits money sometimes, if not frequently, is a little kind of worried about that person. They're a little paranoid, like, well, what are you going to do for me? How are you going to help me? You know, because they didn't make the money.
Right.
They just got it. They know they have it, and now their sole job is to hang on to it. Right? That's their only job. So anybody else who gets involved on that end makes them a little bit paranoid. I find that quite frequently.
That's very interesting. I just find that interesting. Great answer, by the way. Let's move on to some of the stuff you sent us. It says, and by the way, Scott, again, over at Edgewater Family Wealth, since it's a list of things to talk about every day or every Tuesday when he comes in, and I don't understand the first one. It says, buy the Lakers or buy the index.
Yeah, so who wouldn't want to buy a professional sports team, right?
Like, well, there's one for sale right now. You got 1.7 billion?
I'll have to check the account, but no. You know, people say, well, you know, wouldn't it be great to be rich or to be Mark Cuban or be some of these rich owners, Jerry Jones or whoever it is, and buy these franchises? And I just read today that when Jerry Buss bought the Lakers back in 1979, he paid $67.5 million for them. Today, it's worth $10 billion. And you would what, right?
Yeah.
Not too shabby. But, Jack, hang on just a second.
Okay. Here's where it gets fun.
Here's where it gets interesting. Because I thought the same thing. I made that same funny noise Jack just made. Right? That one. So I thought, well, that's interesting. But I wonder if you'd have taken that same $67 million and put it in the S&P 500, what would you have? The answer is you would have $13.5 billion or $3.5 billion more dollars than Jerry Buss has from owning the Lakers. Now, granted, you would have got to hang out with Magic Johnson and Kareem and all those people. That would have been cool. But the reality is that is not, I repeat, not a better investment than just flat out buying the S&P 500.
That's so crazy. You know, when Trump ran in 2016, one of the things that came up when he was running is Trump, had he just taken the money his father gave him when he was, you know, as that entitlement, that trust, and just invested it, he would be worth about 30 times more than what he's worth now.
Yeah, I mean, I suspect he's had a lot of fun along the way.
He has
and done some quote-unquote interesting things. But, yeah, I mean, that's pretty well documented that he just put that money in the S&P 500. He'd have way more money than he has today.
Let's move on. Turning 65 is becoming lucrative. I'm interested in this.
So I was listening to this. Yeah, it won't be long, right? So I was listening to your segment about people dying in states versus people being born, which is a fascinating thing. And as we know, as you guys mentioned, in China and Japan, it's even worse. In fact, of all the major countries, the major economies in the world, we're in the best shape for that.
Oh, wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So all the Asian countries are way behind us. Their birth rates versus their death rates are way low. And it is an impediment to their economy because you're losing consumers and you're losing taxpayers, as Jack pointed out.
Well, I guess that one-child policy didn't work out so well for China. Huh?
Yeah, they're trying to fix that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of romantic music playing everywhere you go in China.
Is. Oh, yeah, good luck with that.
Yeah, but 11 million Americans will turn 65 every day for the next few years.
Damn, really?
Every day.
Damn, really?
Right on. So just to your point, people dying, I mean, I don't know what the numbers are in the villages, but they can't be great, right? So that's happening on a pretty regular basis. But the big, beautiful bill, the Bubba bill, as I like to call it.
Or Bull, the big, beautiful law.
Yeah, that one too. It actually gives people over the age of 65 a $6,000 deduction this year. So if you're over the age of 65, and it phases out at $150 for a married couple and $75 for a single person, but that is a direct benefit. And even if you're in a 10% tax bracket, you're going to get about a $600 gain from that, right? So what that was intended to do was to kind of give you back some Social Security taxes. You know how everybody hates to have their Social Security tax?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, so that was a sneaky way, a backdoor way to kind of give the 65 and over voters a little bit of a spiff so they feel good about the situation going into next year's or this coming year's elections.
Not bad. That's crazy. So it's a $6,000 credit, tax credit?
It's a deduction.
A deduction,
yeah.
I'll be damned.
Yeah, so you're going to save a few $100 up to a few $1,000.
Wow.
With that one, and
My mom's happy about that one.
yeah. Now, a lot of people said, well, what if you're 62 and taking Social Security? No deal for you.
Yeah. Got to make it to 65.
You got to make it to 65. Whether you're taking Social Security or not does not matter. But that really was the intent of the law.
Is that permanent?
No, it expires in 2028.
2028.
Coincidentally.
Oh, you son of a bitch! How dare you? You son of a bitch!
When do you turn 65?
You don't even want to talk to me about things like that, please.
It wisely gets them through 2 election cycles.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm sure that's a coincidence.
Wow.
Yeah. All right, and then lastly here, it says, what a difference a day makes. You could apply that to a lot of things in life, but how does it apply here?
Yeah, so I looked at some numbers on the S&P 500, and a lot of people say, well, they want to outsmart themselves. They got a 401k or they got some investments, and they're like, oh, I don't think things look good. I'm going to get out for a minute until things calm down, which is famous last words, of course. So the S&P 500 since 1960s earned about 8.2%. So keep that in mind. If you just turned into Rip Van Winkle, you dropped your dollar in the S&P, it'd earn 8.5%, give or take. But if you miss the best day of every year, just one day of every year, that return drops to 4.8%. Almost in half.
Whoa. Hit me with that again, then?
If you miss the best day in the S&P 500 each year, whatever day was the best day, you drop down to 4.8% on an annualized basis. So if you get clever, or so you think, that is the penalty you would pay for being too clever. Now, it gets worse. If you miss the best 5 days of any given year since 1960, you have a negative return.
God almighty, are you serious?
4.3% negative if you miss the best 5 days. And again, the point of if you miss the best 10 days, you'll lose 12% a year. So the point is, which should be easy to understand at this point.
That's incredible.
Do not try to get clever with your 401k or your brokerage. Don't call your broker up and say, I don't like the way this feels, get me out. And also, by the way, the best days come. If there's a 10% decline in the market, the best day of the year will come on average within 10 or 20 days.
Really?
So when right when the market bottoms and you've given up and you've capitulated and your hair's on fire and you don't want to do it anymore, 10 to 20 days later, on average, comes the best day. And if you miss that best day, it will cut your S&P returns right in half.
Man, that is incredible.
Yeah, so I mean, that's if you've never heard a case for staying the course.
Yeah.
You just heard it.
Yeah, it's so funny because when I talk to my kids about saving a little bit, I just tell them it's like cooking a brisket. It's just slow and low, right? Yeah, just put a little bit of money away and never not do it.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's one of the things that I was talking to somebody about the other day is goals and systems. People have goals. Goals are easy, right? My goal is to retire at 60. But that's not a system.
No.
We fall to our systems. We have goals. That doesn't do us any good. We're only as good as the systems we put in place. So a goal of retiring at 60 is cool. You can walk around saying, I want to retire at 60. But a system is putting money in a 401k every month.
Right,
Or increasing that amount or whatever on a regular basis. A goal would be, I'm going to pay off my credit cards in a year. A system is paying an extra $100 every single month on that credit card. So if you have systems, you avoid a couple of things. First of all, it gives you the opportunity to get to your goal, but more importantly, it keeps you from doing dumb things that take your return from 8.2% down to 4%, because if you don't have a system where you say, look, I'm going to put this money away no matter what, I don't care what the market does, I don't care what the politics are, I don't care what the economics are, I'm just going to keep doing this. That's a system. And that also keeps you from that dumb moment when you want to pull it out and outsmart yourself.
Yeah. So when people come to the office and they start talking to you about stuff like this, and you do almost always the people who come to you they realize that very young in life, they realize there has to be a system, a mechanism to make that happen. And they've employed that and basically stuck with it for the entirety of their working life?
Most of the people that come to us, yes, that come to us later in life, that aren't starting out and just trying to get help getting started out. The people that come to us with, 100,000, 500,000, $1 million, or whatever the number is, those people do get it. If they didn't get it, they wouldn't be there. Right. So when they come in, sometimes we have to redirect their thinking a little bit. Maybe there's a refinement here or a refinement there. But most of those people understand how to develop a system and how to follow it. They've come to us to help them with the system, to improve the system, because now they're retiring.
So when people come for a consultation, and we'll tell them about how they can do that here in a few minutes, is that one of the things that you are really kind of a stalwart on? Like if people are beginning, they have maybe, $4,000 or $5,000 and they want to start something, or they want to just get some advice on how to kind of move toward a bigger unit and then eventually have a relationship with you? Is that one of the things that you kind of instill right off bat?
I ask them what their system is. What is your system? What's your plan? Tell me about your plan. Let me tell you how you can refine it and make it better. Because if the answer is I'm just going to do it eventually, or I think I want to do this, or I want to, I need $1 million when I retire. Those are goals.
Right, yeah.
Goals are useless unless there's a system in place.
Interesting stuff, dude.
I try.
Interesting stuff. And, speaking of the consultations, if you go to edgewaterfamilywealth.com, I know that there's a tab there where you can kind of pull down and schedule something for yourself.
Yeah, if you go to edgewaterfamilywealth.com, there's a pull-down tab for a consult. And, and we've talked about this a lot. I think sometimes people are intimidated by the consult. And I don't think they should be because, as I've said many times, and you and I agreed to this from day one. You said, Scott, look, I want to do this. I think it's needed. It's important in the community. People with money need help. But more importantly, people who are just getting started need help. And you said that to me the very first time we met. And so what we've put in place is a system by which people can call. And if they need 5 minutes, listen, my mortgage situation is this, or my tax situation is that, or I want to get my child started in something, or I want to save for college or my grandkids, or I'm in debt. Sometimes that's 5 minutes. It's like, look, start here. And call us back in a year and see let's see how, sometimes it's 10 minutes, sometimes it's, look, this is complex, you need to come into the office.
Also, I would get the feeling that people would want to just temper their situation to find out from a professional what position they're in. Because, we've talked about this before as well, where people call up and they think they're in terrible position, only to have you go, hey, look, you're not that bad. Here's some things we need to do, but really you've done okay for yourself. You know, and that's got to be a great peace of mind for people who maybe didn't think they were on the right path, and then hearing it from a professional of 40 years, really kind of sets them in a really good mindset.
I would say that happens more often than not.
Really?
More often than not, somebody will come. It does happen where somebody comes in and I'm in a really bad spot, and I go, yeah, you kind of are. But we help them as best we can. But more often than not, I would say 70 to 80% of the time, people who come in are a little nervous or anxious or embarrassed or whatever. I would say 70% of the time they're not near as bad off as their anxiety would lead them to believe.
Well, that's awesome to hear. And I love hearing that so that people out there, so they don't get intimidated. They're not scared to go in because everybody has to start somewhere. And the faster you can get in and get that advice and let somebody just kind of set you on a path, the better it is. It's just no question.
I was nervous. I was intimidated at first. And that's why I think the seminars and the luncheons are a great way to break the ice, to say, okay, yeah, now I have a better understanding of it, and that led to a consultation, and I sleep better because of that consultation.
So, yeah, again, 90% of the people, maybe not 90, but about 80 or 70% of the people who come to our luncheons, who come to our learning events, are never going to be our clients. They're just not. They're either not ready, they're younger, or maybe they just wanted to learn something, and that's all fine with me. There are that 10 to 20% who are ready for us. They need us, and they want a team approach to this thing. That's really what you're doing when you're hiring an advisor. You're not hiring a fortune teller. You're not hiring somebody to pick stocks for you better than somebody else could pick. You're hiring a teammate to get you through the process, to, first of all, develop a process, let you know where you stand, and not just the first time. They need to let you know where you stand at least once a year. My retirees, I make them come in twice a year. Because it's more important when you're drawing income to evaluate that situation on an ongoing basis than when you're accumulating money.
Right, yeah.
Very critical.
How many people, we're late already, but I have questions. How many, just real quick, people who are on, they come to you, they're set up, they're retired, 62, 63, whatever, they're drawing that, and when they want to make a big purchase and pull out of that, you kind of go through, this is going to reduce your monthly output, this is going to, all of that is handled.
All of it's done. I want to buy an RV for $120,000. What's that going to do to my income? What does that mean to me long term? What is the likelihood of my success? Is it going to go down? Is it going to be okay? We have all those conversations.
Wow, that's so cool. EdgewaterFamilyWealth.com. Again, just click on that consult tab, pull down, and schedule something. Doesn't cost you a nickel, and sometimes a phone call can solve it all for you. But if you do need a consult, they can do that as well.
They can. They can go again to EdgewaterFamilyWealth.com. They can download my book. There's 2 of them there. I got a guide, which is a guide to using a financial advisor. In my book, I never made anyone rich because that's not our job. Our job is to help you maintain wealth.
And just to give you an idea, you're still here marketing. You've been in business literally 40 years, and you're still marketing out there. You're still doing it. And that, to me, I think that's a great sign for people who hear you on the show and realize, look, even after all the success, the passion of helping people out is still there, and I think that has value.
I have tried to slow down at least 3 times, and I'm not kidding. I absolutely love this. I know it's a little wacky. It's a little weird, actually.
All right, Deb, what do we have for You Heard It Here First?
We're going to talk about a civil rights organization discussing the death of a Tampa man in the Middle East. Welcome home, Axiom Mission 4, and where you can buy a rock with an unmistakable Martian hue. We'll talk about that next during You Heard It Here First.
All right, we'll do that and come back and get the hell out of here on a Tuesday right after this.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Odoo.com Weather Center. Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
It has been a soaker of a Tuesday across Central Florida. Hi there, I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist TJ Springer. Still an impact day as well for some hit or miss downpours. The worst of the rain likely starting to wind down, but we're still going to have some bursts of rain, heavy rain that is, with some embedded storms too, as we progress through the remainder of our evening and into tonight before we see a lot of it winding down and really ending. Overnight lows dip back into the middle 70s. Tomorrow, a drier day as a whole, but we'll still have that southeasterly onshore flow, that greater circulation around this area of low pressure that will be emerging into the Gulf. And we could still have some hit or miss showers and thunderstorms with the help of the sea breeze. Tomorrow, highs look to top out right around 90. From the Fox 35 Storm Center, I'm meteorologist TJ Springer.
This report is sponsored by Wendy's new Takis Fuego meal. Wendy's new Takis Fuego meal is here with a Takis Fuego chicken sandwich and small Fuego fries inspired by Takis Fuego chips with a 1-ounce Takis Fuego bag and a drink. Grab yours today. Limited time only at participating U.S. Wendy's while supplies last. Takis and Fuego are used under license.
Guys, check this out. Tools Ace Hardware now carrying Steel zero-turn mowers. That's right. Steel recognized one of the top brands in outdoor power equipment, and now these guys are offering the best in zero-turn mowers. From homeowner to professional, Steel has the perfect zero-turn mower for you and your landscaping needs. Not to mention, you can get 0% financing and instant rebates on select Steel mowers. And don't forget, Tools Ace Hardware takes care of the stuff they sell. They have trained techs in their stores ready to service and repair your Steel equipment. It's Steel zero-turn mowers. They're now available at all 11 Tools Ace Hardware locations that sell Steel outdoor power equipment. It's Tools Ace, your local helpful place.
Yeehaw! R.C. Hill here, your deputy tariff sheriff. See, tariffs are coming in, and they're fixing to drive up car prices. But I locked and loaded massive inventory before the tariffs hit. That means you could get exclusive access to my pre-tariff rides. You could even drive for no money down. So come check out the new Mitsubishi Outlander or the new Mirage at 43 miles per gallon with a lifetime warranty. Only when you visit me, the tariff sheriff. See, at R.C. Hill, we're all about affordability. My solution specialists are the toughest around. So don't spend another minute in a car you hate. Right now, I'll pay way over appraised value for your old ride regardless of condition. And who knows when car prices will be this low again. Plus, I've got over 200 certified used cars, trucks, and SUVs. But hurry, when they're gone, they're gone. I'm R.C. Hill, your car dealer next door. 2 locations, DeLand and Ocala. Get a sneak peek of all my pre-tariff rides at rchill.com. That's rchill.com.
$0 down in credit requires bank approval. Vehicle purchase price determines actual trade allowance. Offer ends June 30, 2025.
Hey, fellas, Russ Rollins here. Man, I feel so much better now that I got my testosterone all under control thanks to Red Mountain Weight Loss. Listen, if you have, low T, you can start for free now with Red Mountain Weight Loss. For a limited time, they're going to waive the startup fee. How cool is that? Listen, you'll gain muscle, lose fat, and lose that dad bod with testosterone from Red Mountain Weight Loss. Guys, real testosterone is available only by prescription, so go to Red Mountain Weight Loss to get yours. If you feel sluggish, if you lose focus all the time, if you have trouble in the bedroom, you probably have low T. Truth is, men today have 20% less testosterone than their dads did. That's terrible. Listen, they can help you with that. Increase your testosterone, have more energy, build muscle mass, and you're going to sleep a whole lot better. It improves your mental focus, also will improve your sex drive. That's a game changer. It really is. Save $200 for a limited time and start your testosterone therapy with no startup fee only at Red Mountain Weight Loss. Go to redmountainweightloss.com or hit pound 250 from your cell phone and say the keyword Red Mountain.
Dinner's ready. All right, is everyone here? Where's Michael? Food's getting cold.
Every day, 9 people on our Florida roadways won't make it home. Don't let it be you or someone you love.
Michael, is that you? Officer?
Ma'am, I'm so sorry. I have some very sad news to share.
Michael never made it home. Buckle up. Every trip, every time. Let's get everyone home safely. A message from Florida Department of Transportation, Target Zero. For more information, visit targetzerofl.com.
Carl Black Chevrolet wants to send you and a friend to Nashville for a summer getaway and tickets to see Teddy Swims on Thursday, August 21st in Nashville. Log on to carlblack.com/getaway for your chance to win 2 lawn seats to experience the soul-drenched sound of Teddy Swims at Ascend Amphitheater in Nashville. Round-trip airfare and 2 nights deluxe hotel accommodations at the Omni Hotel Nashville are included. Carl Black Chevrolet will also put $200 spending cash in your pocket. Log on to carlblack.com/getaway for your chance to grab a pair of lawn seat tickets to see Teddy Swims in Nashville. Plus, spending cash, round-trip airfare, and deluxe hotel accommodations. Carl Black Chevy Buick GMC Orlando, 11500 East Colonial Drive, and online at carlblackorlando.com. Chevrolet, together, let's drive.
You've got apps for everything. Music, photos, even ordering coffee. But only one app gives you the live radio experience. It's radio your way. Anytime, anywhere. Join the millions already listening. The free iHeartRadio app. The #1 app for radio.
This summer, escape to a place where history echoes through the streets, where epic beaches embrace breathtaking sunrises, and days are filled with adventures. From the historic charm of Old St. Augustine to 42 miles of scenic coastline in Ponte Vedra and the beaches, every moment brings a perfect blend of exhilaration and rejuvenation. Start your summer getaway now at floridashistoriccoast.com.
When disaster strikes, trust Paul Davis Restoration. Look, emergencies can happen anytime, leaving your property in disarray without warning. Whether it's a fire, flood, mold, or storm damage, the remediation and restoration experts at Paul Davis are here to help. With 24/7 emergency service availability and a 30-minute response window, we can confidently bring fast, practical solutions to residential and commercial property owners. If your home or business has been damaged by fire, water, or storm, call Paul Davis Restoration. Here to help 24/7, 407-629-6700 or orlando.pauldavis.com.
Need help navigating your will or trust? Visit onefirmforlife.com today for your free consultation.
Stay tuned to the Jim Colbert Show as we demonstrate our attitude of gratitude. Our thank you segment is sponsored by Life Imaging FLA. Now open. Call pound 250 keyword heart scan.
Well, our friends at TK Law want to remind us to look ahead, so that we will do here on Real Radio, looking ahead tomorrow to the Monsters in the Morning, a Wednesday edition. That means attorney Ray Trenley will be in to hang out with the Monsters for a few. Join them, won't you? And don't forget to look ahead with the team at TK Law to plan your family's future. Visit onefirmforlife.com.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. I am Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here.
Yeah.
Scott Brown, of course, EdgewaterFamilyWealth.com. Again, go to that pull-down tab. Consults are absolutely free of charge over the phone for a little bit, and then, of course, you can book a long one.
Yeah, we'll talk to you however long you want to talk to us.
Yes,
You'll
for
probably
sure.
get sick of me after a while.
I'm fully tired of you right now.
Yeah, I get it.
All right, let's do You Heard It Here first.
It's time for You Heard It Here First on The Jim Colbert Show.
A Tampa family is calling on the federal government to investigate their son's death in the Middle East. The Florida chapter of the Council on American Islamic Relations, or CARE, held a press conference to discuss the death of Saifullah Mosalet. CARE and his family members claim the 20-year-old was beaten to death in the West Bank by Israeli settlers last week. Reba Rahim is the deputy executive director of CARE's Florida chapter, and she says he was just trying to protect a piece of his family's homeland when he and 2 others were attacked with clubs and bats.
We're calling on President Trump the U.S. State Department and the Department of Justice to find those who committed this crime, to arrest them, and to prosecute them under U.S. law for the murder of an American citizen.
Rahim says this was a young man who was not only a Muslim, but an American, a Floridian who had a business in Tampa. His family had an ice cream shop.
Yeah.
A SpaceX Dragon capsule carrying 4 astronauts home from the International Space Station successfully splashed down, unfortunately, off the coast of San Diego, California overnight instead of closer here to home.
Mm-hmm.
Weather, I'm sure, part of that. The crew was part of the Axiom Mission 4, which saw them call the ISS home for about 18 days. Capsule returned to Earth with more than 580 pounds of cargo, including data from dozens of experiments, and I'm sure a whole lot of garbage.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
and you know they brought back them biohazard bags.
Oh, smelly.
Oh, red bag crazy.
And then finally, speaking of space, the biggest chunk of Mars ever found on Earth will go to the highest bidder at auction tomorrow. Sotheby's in New York says the opening bid for the 54-pound space rock is his opening bid.
$500,000.
Oh, no.
More?
Yeah, why not? $5 million.
I was going to say 2.5.
$1.6 million.
All right.
There you go.
Wait, this is a celebrity artifact. Matt Damon brought it back, right?
Oh, get out of here.
It was actually, Jack, found in the Sahara Desert in 2023 and is more than twice the size of any other known Mars rock found on Earth. Sotheby's says the meteorite has a, quote, reddish-brown fusion crust, end quote, which gives the item an unmistakable Martian hue.
Fusion crust.
Doesn't that?
Sounds like Jim talking about a cigar and or food.
I know exactly.
Like a souffle or something.
Yeah. With a nice fusion crust.
And you heard it here first on the Jim Colbert Show.
Thank you, Deborah.
You're so welcome.
Who do we have to thank today, young lady?
Well, we want to thank the brilliant Scott Brown with Edgewater Family
really
Wealth.
easy with this brilliant stuff. Easy.
Jim gets jealous.
Just in case you missed any of his financial advice, his podcast has already been posted at the Jim Colbert Show. And then last but never least, Sam Bowen and Candace Rich for running our YouTube chat.
Thanks,
Thank
guys.
you guys.
Appreciate it, Jack. Question of the day.
Should Major League Baseball use robot umps?
65% say yes.
You think so, huh? 56% say no.
Oh,
How about
God,
that?
really? Oh, they're old. I thought our audience would be a little more progressive.
Oh, calling
it's not
them
as fun
out.
to kick dirt on a robot.
Yeah, it is. I can't yell at them, man. That's my problem. I want somebody to yell. I want a fat guy to yell
No
at.
belly bump.
Yeah. All right, coming up tomorrow, we have Animal House. We also have Scott Maxwell. Who's in for Animal House?
We have the Pet Alliance of Greater Orlando, Kenny Tallier, along with the Sanford Clinic Manager. Time to make your spay and neuter appointments.
Oh, very good. Plus, we'll talk to Scott Maxwell. Plus, we'll have 4 more opportunities for you to win $1,000 as well. On behalf of Deb and Jack and Scott, I'm Jim. We follow the News Junkie. They follow the monsters in the morning. After us, it's Tom and Dan with Corporate Time and our friends from Real Laughs. We'll see you tomorrow at 3 for more of the Jim Colbert Show. Until then, have yourself a fantastic Tuesday evening.
Stay safe and dry. Bye.
Talking about Jack Bradshaw.
If you missed any part of today's show, check out the Jim Colbert Show on demand. And for highlighted feature segments, listen to the Jim Colbert Show, The Goods. Both are available for free on the iHeartRadio app.
A Corporate Time with Tom and Dan is coming up next on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call